gate to, you know what I mean? A lot of people are like, yo, like if I'm progressing solo, now of course if you encounter 5 people at once, that is unlucky. I'll say that that's unlucky. But the thing is, they can't snap gilly to you, man. They're not gonna grapple you. They're not gonna gate to you. If you find one person alone and they're in a VC with their friends, if their friends are on another island, bro, you can kill them and log right after. You don't have to worry about them gating to you, man. Instead, you can just kill that one person and their friends can't do nothing about it. And instead, what you can do is when you grip them, their friends will be like, "Oh, I'm getting jumped and getting jumped." Yeah, okay, he can scream in VC all he wants. Like, dude, you can grip them, and if you know he has friends coming, you can finally get your friends to come in time. Because usually what happens is, like, a lot of people know it. You're in VC, right? Let's just say you're like solo ganking, right? You grip like one person, bam, did you get flooded on, dude? They're all gonna. I think the main issue, in my opinion, snap gill and snap gate. A lot of people don't like that, right? People like it, but at the end of the day, a lot of people don't like it when you get flooded on, right? Well, it's gonna be a lot harder to flood on somebody when you can't get to them. Now, unless everybody like logged on that one island, and coincidentally the guy you jump, he's like, yo, get on, and they all spawn on the island. That's just really unlucky. Is this where we ask questions for topics of the debate? It's not necessarily a debate; it's more a discussion this time. I probably should have just said it was a discussion instead of a debate last time because debating with people who don't really know much information is kind of worthless. The thing is, why that last guy said, why I consider the last one a debate, I guess, a little bit more, is because the guy said he had insider tester knowledge, where the guy was like, yo, I got inside sources who are telling me these things. Anyway, let me see what, I'm kind of nervous to speak. So many people in VC, if I make a clown point, people are going to spam. Yeah, by the way, don't spam people if you think they're making a clown point. If you want Boss Road, Uber, D-Sage, you can just DM me your points or what you want to talk about. There is combat logging. You'll do that.
I'm telling you, fucking chat is literally more toxic than a scorpion. I'm telling you.
Question: will killing actual players count towards any form of progression? Yes. Killing players will and not only give you progression, but also give you items of interest that you may need. For example, let's just say I saw somebody drinking mushroom soup. Yo, I'm kind of hungry and I'm kind of thirsty. I want food, and it's winter, right? In winter, obviously there's not going to be a lot of fruit that spawn in, bro, because it's wintertime. So let's just say I'm getting a little hungry and I see somebody drinking mushroom soup. Not only will I get progression from it, but I'll also get their items, and they might have a lot of mushroom soup. As you can see, there are a lot more incentives as to why you may want to do PvP progression besides just ganking for fun. Like, there's actual benefits from ganking PvP, right? There's just a lot of good reasons to progress in PvP. Not a lot of people have done it in testing because it's testing, of course. But when there's a lot more players and there's a lot more players you can just kill, then yes, PvP progression is a lot more viable because at the moment, like, everybody kind of knows each other, like everybody's just kind of chilling. Like, if I were to grip my friend, it's like, yo, like, dude, what are you doing? You know what I mean? But like, when you don't know the person and there's like 5 to 10k people playing, like, average, it's like, yo, I'm probably never gonna see the guy I just gripped again, and he probably may not even know my name because they may just keep the stranger. You know how, like, right now exploits are at the moment, they were down. I don't know if they're back up. But like, dude, if Roblox gets their shit together, bro, the stranger system may just be a thing forever, dude. Like, you may never know the name of the guy who just gripped you. You might just get gripped and there you go. So I think there's a lot more incentive for people to go through that PvP path, and then they can also do PvE at the same time. So I just don't understand how a lot of people are saying, like, there's not going to be as much unique interactions when there totally can be unique interactions between players. All right, go ahead and say your first point. I'll be looking at the VC. I got a question. Is there like actual weather patterns, like when it's winter, fruits won't grow until summer? Oh yeah, stuff like that is in Deepwoken. Like I just said, if it's winter, I can say this shit doesn't really matter. Like, if it's winter, yes, fruit will not grow. So you got to make sure you prepare for that. And it's really annoying. I think it's annoying. I really hate that. But it does make me prepared, and it does give me incentives to sometimes I just kill somebody. Like, they might just be like, hey man, they ain't got to know it's me who killed them. That's all I'm gonna say about that, bro. But yeah, there is stuff like that when it comes to the weather, which in my opinion is tedious, but again, C is unforgiving. All right, I just think that we shouldn't just jump to be saying Deepwoken has the best progression on Roblox, us non-testers, because we have like no info on progression. That's fair enough. I can understand like the complaints if you guys feel like everybody's hyping up Deepwoken to the point where they're like, oh dude, Deepwoken's gonna be the best when they don't even know anything themselves. Understandable. Again, it's really subjective when it comes down to it. Um, would I say it's better than Rogue completely? No, I like Rogue a lot, so I don't know if it's completely better than Rogue. There's some things I like about Rogue over Deepwoken. Um, and there's some reasons why I would play Rogue sometimes over Deepwoken, at least at the moment. Once they start getting everything added, I don't think I'm ever gonna touch Rogue again personally. But at the moment, at least for testers, and yeah, sometimes I prefer Rogue over Deepwoken. Um, a lot of questions about the content. I can't really answer these. There's somebody else to be brought up. Dragor42. Alrighty. Let me invite you up, man. This sucks because I don't really see where he is. Dragor42. This sucks. Why can't it just be in alphabetical order? Whatever, dude. Weird. Um, okay, whoever could you you can I can see people who request to speak. Perfect. All right, I invite you onto the stage, Dragor. I think this is what Boss Rage D Sage is saying. I think saying that progression is the best progression is just brain dead as saying it's the worst. We have zero info on it, so we shouldn't be judging at all. The combat could be talked about because we've seen a lot about the combat, but we haven't seen much progression. Fair enough. All right, welcome to the stage, Drago42. What do you got to say, man? I don't think I can hear you at the moment. Let me see if people can hear me. Yeah, you guys can't hear him either. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Let me re-invite you onto the stage. We can't hear you. Wait. Let me like mute you and unmute you. All right. I'm gonna move you to the audience, and I'm gonna pick you back up on the stage. I don't know why we can't hear you. Go ahead and request once again, and I'll bring you back on the stage. Let me see if I can find you. I don't know if he's still there at the moment. Just request again once you're back. Anyway, let me see who else wants to speak. Why did Knack delete the most recent song? I have no idea. Our training vests are talked about a result of private servers and Rogue how it transformed the meta. Players fight their friends but not have a private world. Yes, actually, that's completely the case. Let me explain this before I bring it back. Um, yeah, the thing about the vests is that they're really useful for being able to fight against your friends, but you're not safe. All right. I could be having the vest on and being in that training room, and I could be like fighting my friends, bro. If I'm going for like my PvP path in terms of progression, right? And I hear you guys and I think I can take you guys, like that's like two free grips right there. You know what I mean? Because if you're fighting somebody without a vest, it's not like, yo, the vest gives you like extra health bar. No, bro. Like if you get knocked by somebody who doesn't wear a vest, then you're just knocked. If you're knocked by somebody wearing a vest and you also have a vest, then like, okay, then you know, you're fine. Like you know what I mean? That's what the vests are for. But if somebody goes in and attacks you, then like no, you don't have that like extra layer of protection because of the vest. So yes, yeah, don't think you're safe because you're in that little area. There's been like you can literally see in like what I'm talking about is like Faceless Man Ruins video. Like literally he attacks people when they're like sitting there just watching people like practice their 1v1s. So yeah. Anyway, all right, Dragor said he's back. All right, let me hear what he has to say. Go ahead and request Dragor. All right, see you. Let me invite you up.
Let me invite you up. Am I working? Is this working?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Alright. Something I wanted to say was about how dynamic Deepwoken's environment will be compared to Rogue. Like
All right.
the fact of like having the forest burned down in the middle of a fight makes it a lot more realistic than Rogue. You know, if like if remember from like Deepwoken Direct, like the first
Yeah.
one, like fire magic can actually burn trees. So
Yeah,
concept of having
that stuff does happen.
concept of having like burning down forests will actually make it a lot more cinematic.
Yeah, yeah, I have nothing to disagree with you there. Um, let me look what people are saying. Here's a good question. As a tester, do you think Deepwoken is overhyped? Ooh, that's actually a great question. Do I think it's overhyped? I think some people, like the way some people talk about it, is like overhyping it. I think the general audience has like a pretty clear indicator. Like I remember when I first joined, I was like some people are overhyping it. Like, yo, chill out, bro. In my opinion, like a majority of what is it? People like how they think of it, like, oh yeah, it looks like a cool game. Yeah, like you're right. It is a very cool, very chill game. Some people think it's like it's gonna be like the end all be all. It's like, yo, this is the game. Like I'm never gonna play any other game except Depot. Like, bro, okay, relax there, buddy. You know what
I
I
mean,
mean?
it looks fun. It looks fun, but I still have quite a few friends that play Rogue, and this might be a little bit embarrassing to say, but I actually want to admit it. Every time I play Rogue,
Every time you play Rogue, I don't know if your voice did my mic cut out or did my sound cut out? Yeah, his mic cut out. That's unfortunate. Yeah, that was a kind of a cliffhanger. I really want to hear what he said. Alrighty. About Deepwoken, currently all testers are living in harmony, but what do you think will become of the game once players are let loose? Dude, I think hell's gonna be let loose, man. People are gonna be killing each other. But at the same time, when it comes down to it, there will be a lot of friendly players, right? Like sometimes there isn't a reason you really want, like of course, like if you kill players, like you will get something from it. But at the same time, it's sometimes it's just kind of nice to like have a player. Like sometimes I'll ask a player like, "Yo, can you pass me this?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, actually I have this." And you know, it'd be like a nice interaction. Like sometimes, and another thing I really like is that okay, here's the thing, all right? You know like when you see like a faceless one or like a shinobi, like you their armor is really recognizable. You know what I mean? Like you hear the grapple, right? In Deepwoken, it's like you know how like in anime people like conceal their power, like yo, I'm only using 10% of my power, right? Yeah, it's like it's kind of similar when you see somebody in a sense. Like you won't really know how powerful they are until they first hit you or use one of their. You'll be like, "Yo, this nigga is powerful. I gotta get out of here." Like you might jump somebody, and like, "Yo, bro, that guy was actually a lot more powerful than you thought he was," and then you got to get out of there. Which I really like. So there's not, yeah, sure you can try jumping people, but like those guys don't exactly have to like you know what I mean like again this isn't classes there is no shinobi armor that's going to be your final armor like you know what I mean you can use different armors right for different reasons and when it comes down to that that can really conceal how powerful you are so you can't really tell people's progression by their initial appearance there will be some things that can give it away but like for example if I'm using like the sword like if I'm using like a basic sword right just because I use a basic sword doesn't mean like I'm not progressive. I might be like damn near maxed. I might just like I might just like the sword. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's the thing I really like because you know like if you see somebody with like a tanto, like obviously that's a shinobi. If you see somebody with like a mithril dagger, like obviously that usually means he's like a faceless. But especially the armor giveaways, right? Like soul and sword, wraith knight sword. Well, the thing is like you got to be careful.
Check DMs.
Check DMs. All right. Let me look. Uh, Also, I think that since what I saw from the Fort Merit video, power increase while killing NPCs, that people will try and make guides on the fastest way to get high power. And I think high power, you have more attribute power points you put into your stats. This is there's nothing about this. Okay. Which people who don't want to experience the game to its fullest, they just want to be powerful quickly, will just follow the guides. Okay. In my opinion, I'll probably make like a very lightweight beginner guide, just saying like all the things you should be trying to do and get better at. But after that, I'll kind of leave it at that. The reason why I have to, there's two reasons why I want to leave it at that, right? Like it's gonna be like a very freshy begin, like you know, it's like telling a freshie, yo, you need to get EXP, you need to get silver, and you need to get what is it, chaotic or orderly, right? That's like what I'm telling you basically in terms of rogue analogy. Like that doesn't tell you how I get a faceless. I'm just telling you like, yo, like these are the things you'll want in Deepwoken or in Rogue, and that's similar how I'll be saying in Deepwoken. After that, you kind of just have to go look for yourself on how to get more powerful. And to be honest, I don't really know exactly how you get super duper powerful. You know what I mean? There's just a lot of things I don't really know that much about. Like I know a good amount, but I don't. Some things I just simply do not know. Right? Um, so that's my first reason. Second reason is that like I can't say there's a fastest way because there's a lot of different ways. Like I can't. Like I simply can't. Like to say that there's one specific way that people will always go towards. It's kind of hard to do that. You know what I mean? Like it's really hard to do that, especially like if you introduce like PvP progression, like yo, I don't know if which way is like the you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's very dynamic in terms of Like which
That's
way is the
why I said
fastest?
fastest way in quotation marks, because there's probably not even gonna be a fastest way, but they're gonna make their YT video. This is the fastest way to progress, and then everyone's just gonna follow and just progress that way.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Like people be like, oh, this is like people might make guys like, yo, this is a really good way to get powerful quickly. I can understand that completely. Um, Understandably so. If there is really something like that, like a solid set way that people follow every single time, which is kind of hard to predict exactly, but if there really was something like that, then it'll probably just get nerfed. You know what I mean? Like if there really was a set way to progress that everybody follows, I'm pretty sure Ragusa and Archmage will be probably looking at those videos and they'll probably just get that like method nerfed to make sure every way possible is like equally balanced out, so if something isn't like super like high rewarding in terms of progression. But also that does not mean like for example, if I kill like pretty strong monster at a low level and I deservingly like killed it, right? You know what I mean? Like not I, you know, like there's like 10 of us like jumping it. No, like if I deservingly managed to kill it, right? Then yeah, I deserve to get, you know, that high amounts of EXP, right? So if my method is, yo, at low levels, just if you're goaded enough, try and fight those high level, which is, I'll tell you right now, it's pretty difficult to do, you know what I mean? But if that is my method, then like, yeah, that will be a very quick way to, if that's, you know, if that's your quick way to like progress, that's because you're skilled enough to do so, then yeah, I think you deserve to like, you know, level up quickly. But again, it's just dynamic based on how good you are at the game. You
Yeah,
know what I
I
mean?
think the progression is gonna be dynamic. I just think
And I understand. Again, understandably, like those guys just simply, it's just they're just trying to get views. You know what I mean? Understandably, they want to say like whatever way is the fastest, and you know, I can you know, I won't disrespect them for trying to go after the grind. But yeah, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, it'll be a thing. All right, let me see what people are saying. All right, but other than that, do you think a meta will emerge after release? No, I don't really think. Well, I mean, I think there'll be things people will want to gravitate towards, right? Because they might be like, "Yo, wait, that's actually kind of cool," or like, "That's actually kind of powerful if you pull it off." But again, there's a lot of different things like a lot of people haven't really like explored yet. Especially when the game releases, there'll be a lot of things people haven't explored. And if one thing really is overpowered, then it'll get nerfed. Like today, my weapon got nerfed, and I am reasonably upset. I'm reasonably upset by it. Its damage got nerfed by like 12%, I think. I'm reasonably upset, but it's still decently. It was decently powerful, but we move on. We move on. I don't know, man. Whatever, dude. I'm a little salty about it, but I think I'll be able to push through with it. You know, it's not that big of a deal. Anyway, D-Sage, thank you for your time up here. I'm gonna bring up some new people to speak. All right. Appreciate it a ton. All right, I'm just gonna pick like two random guys with their hands up. All right, nameless default. Actually, I can see the order. I'll just pick the people who've been waiting the longest. So it'll be like a line, you know what I mean? Jeez, there's like 15 people. Alrighty, nameless default. What you gotta say, man?
So, how do you think black marketing will affect Deepwoken?
Ooh,
Will
good
it be like
question.
a big issue or will it be a small issue?
Hmm. This is actually all right. Question: would you say, personally, in your opinion, do you think it's a really big issue in Rogue? Right?
Um, if you have the money, you could buy a full goated build. Like you could buy a. I'm not very big in Rogue Lineage, but like you can buy an artifact or you can buy something that's very hard to get and that could give you like a huge advantage in PvP, like a Lannis amulet. That seems pretty strong.
All right. Real quick, everybody in the Deboken discussion chat, say yes or no if you think black marketing hurts Rogue a lot. Like it's like it's a really big issue. Really big issue. Let me look what people are
I
saying. Yep. All right, give me a second, Lemon. I'll get to you what you're saying. Yes,
okay.
yes. All right. It seems like a large majority of people agree that it's mostly. I'm guessing mostly because like. All right. Now, next up, explain your reasonings as to why you think why it is or why it isn't a big issue. Like if you say like it is, then say why it is. If you say it's not, say why it's not. Even if you have to say yeah, I'm a black marker, I don't think it's an issue. Or you can say
Oh, are
I
you
am a
talking
black
to me?
marker. and I think it's the issue. I don't know. Say whatever you feel like and why. I'm just
All
telling
right.
people in
Well,
Deepwoken. Go ahead and
um,
go ahead,
okay.
nameless.
So let's say you buy an Azale, right? Collector is pretty hard to get. I've never gotten collector even once after like farming for 4 hours, right? So let's say you farm for like 20 hours for collector, you get an Azale horn and you sell it to somebody, right? That guy basically just got free progress, you know? Just
Okay.
for paying money. And that seems kind of unfair because they could even buy
Unfair,
something
right?
like a broken build, like faceless macros or like faceless evamp with Nightstone or something. I'm not sure what's broken in Rogue Lineage right now because I don't really
Now,
play the game that much.
now here's a
Played
great question for everybody in chat. Even those people who are already black marketers, you can answer this question, right? If black marketing was allowed by Roblox, and I'm pretty sure Rag and Ark said like they wouldn't really care if it's just against Roblox to us, but if it was allowed, would you black market? Would you sell or would you buy? Yes or no? Like let's just say if it was allowed, dude, like if you wanted to, would you do it if it was allowed? Like you'd be like, oh yeah, easy money, dude. That I'd be selling to these kids all day, or like, hey man, I just want to buy like a fucking Shinobi for I don't know, like $10 or something. Like I don't know what people do in terms of like buying, but like if you want to buy a Shinobi for $10, bro, maybe that's your reasoning. Go ahead. You know what I mean, what would you say? Let me see what people are saying. Yes, easy cash, easy bank. I wouldn't do it personally. It's a waste of money. Hella expensive. Is it? Is it really? How expensive is it? I know a lot of people say like Rift Gem $200, but is everything really that expensive? Wow. I would sell Bimming takes the fun out of Rogue. I would sell my Solons. No, I want people to experience the game for themselves. It goes for me. If it was allowed, the profit margins would be a lot less since anyone could sell without punishment. Oh, that is true, actually. Wow. And Azo still fucking 100 USD. It's really expensive, pretty much free money. I would sell it's free cash. Right. So I think a lot of people who are like either quitting or like have like artifacts accounts that are quitting the game would just want to make some like easy cash. Right. All right.
Now the
Interesting.
issue with black marketing Deepwoken is people are gonna say like they find some info, right? They're gonna be selling that information for like a big money. Like there was this game called Zeno Online. There was people
Uh,
selling money dupe methods and shit like that. I know that it's
oh,
not really like it's not really
oh,
info, but like it's still
that
something
was.
that
Am I going? Oh, my bad.
what?
Oh, is that what you're saying? Okay. Um, I understand that. But anyway, I think the main point was somebody asking if black marketing would be an issue in Deepwoken. I just wanted to see what people thought about Rogue, right? I have a few things to discuss on potential balance issues. Let me in next, sure thing. In my opinion, I see a few things what people could like black market for. I don't think it's gonna be really like big as Rogue. But I could definitely see people like black marketing max level accounts, obviously. Um, yeah, that's really mostly it. And or like just accounts in general. Though I do think it's somewhat countered by people by character slots, but again, like those are really the main two things. So I don't know. I'll have to put that like as an I don't know. At least I'll say definitely less than Rogue, like a decent bit less than Rogue, but probably still somewhat an issue. I'll just have to wait and
What
see on
about
that one.
exploiting in Deepwoken? How big of an issue would that be?
Again, that is something I really don't know at all. All I know is that it's better. Like again, that's all. Because the thing is, it's not just on what Rag and Arc do to increase their games performance, but it's also what Roblox. Like if Roblox were to keep consistently putting these updates out that may put signups and shit at bay, then perhaps there will be a lot less exploiting than we think in Deepwoken and as a whole. You know what I mean? Because better anti cheat than Rogue, apparently like a lot better built up from the ground up. And then the things Roblox themselves are doing, like it could be a lot less. We just have to wait and see, in my opinion.
Can I speak
Go
now?
ahead. Yeah, go ahead. My bad.
Okay, so I have like questions about weapons and such. Like,
All right.
will the
Yeah, they're balancing them. They're mostly pretty balanced. Hmm. Okay. No, there really is no reason to. Oh, is the community going to be nicer? I think it's going to be the exact same. I my fucking hand. God damn, that TV hurts. Anyway, IMO. I don't think you're going to be seeing five. In reality, I don't really see how often five ultras gank a freshie. You know what I mean? I think it's a lot more these days, like just ultras fighting other ultras because IMO, it's kind of boring just to like guide on a friend. I don't know. Maybe you've seen it. At least when I've been ganking with literally house famous, like they don't want to gank unless they ruin freshies or like feed on freshies. But again, there's really not much incentive. I can see maybe like an ultra killing a freshie for like maybe they have food on them, but again, it's like it's really not that hard to get food to be honest. So like, I see little incentive to kill. And there's really no like progression benefits from killing somebody that like super duper weaker than you, even weaker than you in general. You know what I mean? Not really that much benefit.
Is fishing going to be an important system?
And no comment. Actually, let me continue to say what I kind of want to add on to the progression, right? So imagine in Rogue, right? I think a lot of people had really like a lot of people actually suggested back then. They're like, yo, if I kill somebody, like if I kill Ultra, or like if I jail like a faceless, I should get like a huge amount of orderly for that, right? Because you still get the same amount if you grip two people versus somebody who's gripped 60, right? Well, that's the cool thing about Deepwoken, dude. The stronger somebody is, dude, if they were like if let's just say you and your freshie gang were like jumping ultras, not necessarily ultras, but like ultra level in terms of analogy, like level like players, right? And you managed to actually beat one, right? Because there's definitely gonna be those moments. Yo, whenever you grip that guy, bro, huge progression benefits. I kid you not, like huge progression benefits. Like imagine if like a freshie grip to ultra, you got like 10 grips worth of chaotic, like 500 silver, and I mean that's really all you get from gripping, to be honest. Yeah, just imagine you get like 10 to 15 grips if you could like an orderly class, like an orderly ultra class as like a freshie. You know what I mean? Like there'll be things like that. So yeah, freshies will definitely have the incentive to go ahead and fight people who are stronger. But that will add on to people like not really wanting to mess with freshies. Like people might just kill freshies just in case they try and like jump them when fighting like a monster. Like think about it. Like imagine you're like a high level fighting like a strong monster, right? And then a freshie knocks you when you're low, and there you go, dude. Like you just progressed a bunch and you just got gripped. So there may be like those incentives as to like, yo, if I see a freshie and I'm near a monster, bro, I might just have to kill the freshie first just to ensure my safety. You know what I mean? Things like that. All right, no,
Yeah. I've got like questions about the sea and how important that.
not really gonna be. It's not gonna be like GPO on the oceans all the time. I say like 5% of the time you're not really on the ocean that much. I mean, you can go on the ocean to fight like events, you know what I mean? Like yeah, sure. There'll be like stuff like that too, but it just depends on your play style, you know? If you want to go on the ocean and do events there or not. Uh-huh. What do you mean? Or like no comment because I don't know if I talked about that yet. So no comment. All right. That's all your discussion for now because like there's 14 different people waiting. So thank you so much. All right, next three. Apologies for the background noise. Apologize for that. But go ahead and speak your thoughts, man.
Yeah. Hold on, bro. My shit was
Yeah, go ahead.
messing up. I can't
Supposed to
hear
go.
anything.
I'm supposed to go. Or, like he's going.
All right, there we go. My bad.
Go
Yeah,
for
but you
it.
can hear me and everything, right?
Yep, I can hear you.
Yeah. So I mean, I had some questions about like I guess balancing issues that I kind of it looked like you got that might have in the future because you know with the spell system and everything. I mean, it was kind of advertised that you have like complete control over your spells and everything like that. How are they gonna actually, I guess, keep it balanced in a way? since you have, I
Basically,
guess, freedom to make.
how it works right now is that if a lot of testers complain about it, it gets nerfed. That's it. If
And, like-
everybody in the Discord's like, yo, dude, rag, this fire thing is too overpowered, it's gonna get nerfed. That's it. That's literally it. If you think if a lot of people think it's that OP, then it gets nerfed.
Yeah, I just didn't know like how much freedom you actually have with the spell making, you know?
I see. Oh, I see. Actually, that makes sense.
Because if you have a lot of freedom, there could be just like
Exactly. Yeah, I
just a
understand what
bunch
you're
of
saying.
glitchy moves going around, and then it could
I
be
see what you're
abused.
that's something. Again, like there are things that they can nerf. Yeah, there are things that they're probably able to nerf like a good amount without affecting the customization too much. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like if
Yeah,
something does too much damage, they can just reduce the damage. But again, yeah, that kind of goes into spell customization, which I can't really talk about. So I can't really say too much about that.
Gotcha.
But yeah, like if something really is an issue, they'll just nerf it. So don't worry about it.
Just making sure. Yeah. Does the other dude want to ask a question before I don't want to take up all the other dude's time as well, or should I just keep going? I guess I'll keep going.
You're fine. You're fine.
All right. Yeah. So another thing, I guess, is there were, like in terms of weapons and everything like that, like in a lot of Roblox games, right? In terms of all the armor and weapons, we usually probably get like 3 variations, you know what I mean? Like there isn't much that we really like freedom that we have in builds when in terms of like actual armor pieces and things like that. You know, like most MMOs, like I guess outside of Roblox, they'll have like either a crafting system, you can get armor from bosses as well. Are you able to say that there is a variety of armor pieces in Deepwoken?
Yeah, I can say there's a variety. I think that's fair enough to say. There's a pretty extensive variety of loot and armor. I'll say that. A lot of different things you can get. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really have too many questions on that. I guess the other guy could say some stuff now.
So my question is, if you would like look at media, because I can't like really post pictures.
Look at media.
Like 4 months back. That's 4 months. Yeah, 4 months ago. Like you said, Deepwoken as of right now is overhyped. So I mean, like, and then you were just saying like, oh, you were saying like it's not overhyped and all that. I mean, but like, did you like change your mind or like, you know?
Let me look what I was saying. I might agree that Deepwoken right now might be overhyped. Let me see what I was saying. Is that all I said? Damn, I really wish I had the context. Let me think. I think the context of that was I was just in the Deepwoken information Discord, if I was right.
No, this is in your Discord.
Yeah, no. I mean, like, I was in the Deepwoken information, just looking at what they were saying in the chat, and I think I might have said that after I went in there. That may have been the context behind that. Do I still agree with that statement? Again, I think I would just refer to what I was saying before, that some people are overhyping in my opinion, but for a lot of people it would just be like, yeah, this is good, man. Like it's just like it lived up to the hype, you know what I mean? Like again, it just depends on how much you personally perceive it. Because if you think like, oh yeah, I think it'll be a pretty fun game, then yeah, dude. I think like if you're just chilling about it, you know what I mean? You're not like living, sleeping, eating Deepwoken, like then yeah, dude. For those people who are living, sleeping, eating Deepwoken, like there'll be a lot of things they'll like, but I think the fact that they're living, sleeping, like they're just constantly like not. I think what Riavolu said about it was best. Like people should just like really forget about it until it comes out. You know what I mean? Just live their lives like normal because it's gonna come out. I think he said it best because I think the guys who'll be the most disappointed are the guys that for them are like just thinking about it the most.
Okay. Well, there is another question. I think everybody's like been waiting to like, get this question answered.
Okay.
And that is, Will there be sex in Deepwoken?
No comment.
Okay, thank
There
you.
definitely is. I have insider information, bro. Confirmed, bro. Sex is confirmed.
All right, appreciate you guys for pulling up. I'm gonna get some new people in. Peace.
All right, man.
All right, let's get the next three waiting in line. This guy never accepted. Kalen, Zion, and Zuko. Again, I'm just doing it by order of who did it like the latest. So if you've been waiting a while, you're probably about to be up soon.
Can I like start asking questions?
Feel free, man.
All right. So I wanted to know if like in Deepwoken, right? You know how Rag confirmed there would be like aging, right? Will you be able to be like alive to a specific point, or is your like character forced to die, or can you keep it alive like Rogue? Like you keep like
There was no forced death. Archmage confirmed that.
Oh, all right. And I also wanted to ask if is there like things that are genuinely scary to like fight, or like stuff that genuinely scares like max builds in Deepwoken?
Um, depends on who the player is, right? There are some things that people encounter that are like, oh man, dude, I can't beat that. Oh yeah, there actually is one thing that there are actually a couple of things actually when I think about that. People are like, yeah, I'm not gonna fight that alone.
So you can
yeah.
still be scared of things even though you're a max build.
Yeah, which is what I like. That's cool.
All right.
Like, again, it just depends on how much you've experienced fighting that. Because if it's like your first couple of times fighting it and you don't really understand anything about it, you'll stay being scared. But if you fight the same thing for like 30 to 40 times and you're like, all right, I think I know how to fight it now. Like, you understand it a lot more, then you won't be as afraid when it pulls up. So you can
there...
Oh, go ahead.
My bad. Will there be like a bard subclass?
Bard subclass.
Or something like close to bard in Deepwoken.
No comment.
All right. I think that was everything I wanted to ask you. The next guy can like talk now.
All right, thank you, Zion.
Sex confirmed in Deepwoken.
All I have to say, Zuko.
Confirmed.
All right, thank you for your time up here. All right, let me bring up the next three. Oh, Nano. Let me see what he's saying. Yo, let me in the talk. Yo, Nano, dude. All right, bet, Nano. Nano can say some shit, bruh. Yo. All right, Nano, you can answer some questions while I'm AFK. Go ahead. Oh, he's gone. No, come back. I need to go use the butt.
Ooh.
How does this work? Hold on.
Yo, it's good, bro.
No.
All right, man. You answer some of their questions, bro. I'm gonna go use the bathroom real quick.
All right, bet. What was your question? As of now, I personally think, okay, so there's obviously going to be build videos, but there's not really a quote-unquote best build right now. I personally think you can go anything in the game right now, and you'll be fine. No comment.
So about Deepwoken, currently in Rogue, there are very broken builds, such as like Navarin Chef Dragon Knight, which can like fully clobber you.
Yeah.
Will Deepwoken have a similar progression and include unbalanced builds?
Like I said before, I don't think there's really anything unbalanced right now. And if there is, come release date, obviously there's going to be some nerfs. But as of now, as long as you parry and vent at the right time, there's really nothing broken. Like there's no moves that lead into anything true right now. Everything is always countered by a parry or vent at the right time.
Gotcha. And my second question was, are there variety to builds, or is like someone always going to have something the exact copy of
Yes.
you? All right.
I'll be the same build as you, like word for word, brick for brick. There's going to be a lot of variety.
Gotcha. So it's really going to be customizable to the player base.
Yeah.
All right, that's all I wanted to say. Kina can answer now.
Right. Hello.
Yep.
So I was wondering about. Have you ever played like any of the Souls games, like Dark Souls, Demon Souls?
Not really, but I've tried that Dark Souls like once, but no, I haven't really played any of those.
Right. Well, I'm just going to reference it a little bit, and I'm just going to ask how it, relates to it. So, in Rogue, your progression is mostly like PvP, and then PvE is to supplement the progression. Whereas in something like Dark Souls, it's PvE, and then the PvP is sort of like the end game. You can. Would you say Deepwoken is trying to balance these two aspects, or do they have like one as a overall experience in mind over the other? Like, is the PvP to supplement the PvE of the game, or is it equal? Or would you say the PvE?
Right now, it's kind of like a Dark Souls approach where you PvE, you get your levels, and then you PvP. But at the same time, there's not really like a lot of people on the game yet, so you got to wait until release. But yeah, right now, I mean, you kind of just PvE and then PvP. Yeah.
Okay.
That could change during release, though. I feel like it's only like that right now because, I mean, there's just not enough people in the game yet to actually see PvP progression, but PvP progression is possible. So I think it'll be balanced out.
And then in terms of like a meta developing, is there the goal in development so that a leveling meta doesn't develop, or is it just they want things to be in check and then the PvP sort of balances out? Like if everyone's going to one area, someone might, it'll attract other players to balance it out.
Kind of what you said, yeah. I don't think there will be really any like cheese way to level, and if there is a place to go to get your levels, one, it's definitely going to be crowded, like you said, so it's going to balance out with players fighting over that place. Or two, most likely that place that you need to go to level at isn't something you can cheese. Like, yeah, places where you need to go to get those big levels and stuff are they're pretty hard places in terms of like the mobs and stuff. So I don't think you'll be able to cheese.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm back. I also have another tester coming in here. His name is ssjdasher. Was good.
Yeah, was good.
He's the guy I wrecked in like a long time ago. All right, let me bring him some more people in here. I just thought it'd be nice to have
I'm about to join on my computer. Can you move me back?
Yeah, sure, I got you.
Hold up.
All right, we're gonna bring in some more people in here for more questions. All right, what's good, man? Go ahead and
Can
ask
I ask
away.
you about guilds?
Yeah, we can't really say too much about it though. But go ahead.
Do you think bigger guilds would die out?
Bigger guilds will die out. Okay, explain your reasoning. Why you think that is?
Like your own guild, it has like 500 members in that Discord alone, just to make safe servers for people to play in.
It's not just for safe servers.
As the time goes on, there will be exploiters who join in and tarnish your name, like some old houses on Rogue.
Suppose he makes a decent point. Like if they don't manage explorers, I guess that could be a decent point.
And could you be able to kick people out of houses without meeting them in game?
You said what exactly?
Could you be able to kick members out of your guild without meeting them in game?
Oh, actually, wait, give me a sec. Wait, check DMs, Deontay, real quick.
Okay.
For now, I'm just gonna have to no comment that because really information on guilds can't really be spoke about that much. I really do want to answer your question, but I can't. I just don't want to take any risks. Apologies.
You're right. Also,
but
have you played World of Magic?
Have I played World of Magic? Yeah.
Yeah. You know how when your save slot was created, it will say first generation, second generation. Will there be stuff like that in Deepwoken so you can tell how old the player is?
There is age. So basically, like every 4 days. Well, not exactly actually. Basically, like I know if you've seen it, you've probably seen my video, but you can kind of see the year, right? You know what I mean? And you can also see the age of the player, and that usually just determines like how old a player character. Like you can see it on their body as well. You know what I mean? Like if a character is old, then you can probably guess like, oh, you know, he's been alive for quite a while. So I guess that's really the main way you can tell if somebody's powerful. But just because somebody's like old and somebody's young doesn't mean like it doesn't really relate that much. Let me add Nano back in if he's here. Oh, he's still joining up. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'll say about that.
Yeah, because I guess of like if you're wiping, you come back, you know, you could just be like an experienced player who recently wiped. So I think that's what he means by that.
Like in Rogue with orange cowls, would there be items like that? Event exclusive items? That also tells me how old those players are in Rogue. I want the drip in Rogue.
No comment on that for now.
Oh, okay. Thank you. That's all I wanted to ask.
Darth and Hoy, do you guys have anything else you guys want to say?
Yeah, I have a question.
Go ahead.
All right, so how easy would it be to make massive changes to your build? Like, I saw that builds in Deepwoken were far more like versatile, as in you being able to choose like your own armor and what spell types you want to use and your weapon. Like, how easy would it be to like, say you're a max build, to swap out your weapon for a different weapon?
I won't speak on. Well, I'll say for now. I'll say no comment. But there are a lot of things that you can change, right? But there's also some things that are permanent. I'm not going to say.
Yeah, I think it depends on what you're changing. Yeah.
All right, because I remember there are like weapon skills that only I don't know if those only work for certain weapons or how permanent of a mark that those skills would leave on your character. But that was my only question.
All right, appreciate it. All right. Oh, I don't think Hoy's here, so we're gonna bring up the next three that we're waiting. Joe Brox, Mr. Worldwide. Alrighty. Go ahead, guys. What are your questions?
Okay, so my question is on like a scale of 1 to 10, and 1 being like the weakest monster, and like 10 being like the strongest, what would you say like that fish monster was in your video?
On a scale of 1 to 10. Oh, wait, hold up. Nano, I invited you. You should be able to join back now.
Will this be considered like leaking if we answer this?
The answer, it's more. You said
general difficulty.
You said the general difficulty.
Yeah, just like a number.
From 1 to 10, that's super subjective. Depends on the player you ask. Personally, I just say it really depends on how much you fight it and how good you are at like reacting. And again, it totally depends on the player, in my opinion. Like a player could really struggle with that and say like it's a 10, but then some player could be like, oh, I'm pretty decent at fighting it, and say like it's like a 4. So I can't really give you a concrete answer. I'll just say generally.
Am I allowed to give a number from my personal opinion?
Go ahead.
Okay. All right, so the fish thing. From my experience, I'll say after getting used to it, maybe like a 4, 3, perhaps. My personal opinion.
Okay. And also, like, with weapons and armor, is there like a big enough variety to the point where like, kind of like in Dark Souls, where you can like cosplay as like Guts or something and have like a great sword?
Yeah, people do that in the tester Discord.
That's dope. Does you want to ask something?
Yeah, I've got a few questions. I don't know if this has been like, I don't know if they've explained how it works before, but can you like explain to me how the family system works in Deepwoken?
I don't know if we can go into specifics about that.
Yeah, I don't think we can. Really.
Okay then. And will they ever do test applications in the future?
No clue.
And is like, wait, oh, you talk.
Oh, I believe there might be recommendations for later waves, but I don't think
we
applications.
we don't really know much.
Yeah.
Okay then. Yeah, that's about it. That's all I wanted to ask.
Okay, I have one last question.
Okay.
So the churches that like supposedly are for world travelers, does that like have to do with like a cult or something?
Wait, no comment on that. That's just we can't go in that at all.
Okay.
All right. Appreciate it, guys. Oh, geez, I'm eating some Takis right now. All right. Three next people waiting in line. Nano, I tried inviting you back, but I don't know if it's not working for you.
So, earlier you guys were talking about black marketing, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I would like to say the general price ranges, first of all, and what are the main things that are possible to be sold in Deepwoken would be accounts with 400 Robux to make unrolls and such things like that, and builds. You were right about that. Unrolls would generally go about for $4, while Lannis Amulet accounts go for about 75. And I do have a question for you, Aga. How do you think Raguzer is gonna stop botting? Do you think that's gonna be possible in Deepwoken?
I think you can really. I don't see how you'd be able to bot in Deepwoken.
Like, let's say, you know the like dungeon thingies that they have in Deepwoken, correct?
No comment.
Well, so we know we have those. It was in the video and everything. Anyways, now that we have that, don't you think those might be able to be botted by bots that could be made in the future?
Wait, by botting, is that like macro?
Oh, no.
Like, so you know how we have bots that loot deep hit? You see the little Beyblades flying around and everything like that, correct?
Or
Do you think that's
answer
gonna
this
be
one.
possible in Deepwoken?
He doesn't play
Yeah, I don't play. I've never played Rogue, so.
Again,
okay.
I'll refer back to my first answer. I just don't think botting will be that big of an issue in general in Deepwoken. No comment to your other questions, so just refer to my first answer.
All right. And yes, I do believe BMing is gonna be a big problem in Deepwoken as a black marketer myself.
Alright.
That's all I have to say.
Alrighty. Thank you so much, Tide. Peps, and the name I can't pronounce.
Right, let me just go to your DMs again. Right, my question is if there will be any sort of like keystone talents that like most builds will get for a certain weapon or magic. Then I made an example like Fizz getting a different combat style that makes like fainting a little bit harder to notice.
Oh, so you're saying like other talents that every build will be able to have? Is that what you're saying?
No, like certain talents that almost everyone will get or that are like statistically better than any other for their cost.
I think they're talking about like meta talents, right?
Yeah.
For now, I will say I'll probably have to say no comment on that, just because I don't know how the game will personally evolve from a developer perspective on what they're going to do with their systems. So I cannot reassure you that my answer I say now will translate into the fall 2021 release. A lot of things could change, a lot of things couldn't. We don't know. So that's why I'm saying no comment.
Crew tries to keep the ship running. However, there are imposters among them attempting to hijack the ship and destroy the occupants. Doesn't this sound familiar? On September 11th,
coming in from you, if you have any.
Okay, so is it gonna be paid access?
400 Robux, yep.
Okay, and If you were to rate it out of 10, how good would you think the game is right now?
Right now, Deontay, what's your opinion?
I'll give it like a 7. Like, imagining it with like other players, like a lot more people, like for at least right now, I feel like it'd be a pretty solid game. 7, 8, probably.
IMO, right now, I'll give it like a 9 or 8 because I know a lot. I know a little bit more than he does about stuff he can do. But I can understand why he gave it a 7. I do agree it would be a pretty solid game with a lot of other players if it released right now. I just, in my opinion, they need to finish whatever they're doing, add into the game right now, and then for that fall 2021 release, probably like a 9 or 10. Well, Deontay, usually when Dash refers to 10, he refers to like a little perfect game. I think that's important too. Understand. Well, like a 9 is like a game with almost no flaws. All right, go ahead.
I have, is the PvP going to be the same?
No, it's going to be different.
Boy, what do you mean the same?
I think he just refers to like Rogue. Yeah,
oh no, definitely different than Rogue. Yeah,
can be different. No problem. All right.
Okay.
Righty, go ahead. Over first.
So I'm gonna go first. My first question was, like the combo potential? How long, or is there even any combos to people, and how long will they be?
There are no combos. You can pressure people enough to where you can parry pretty much anything, right? If you're pressuring your opponent enough to where they just can't react to you and just keep on wailing on them, then yeah, it can feel like a combo to your opponent. But in reality, they can parry everything you do. So if
there's no like true combos or anything.
Yeah, it's not like ABA or Rogue where like a DCH will get you in that combo, or like an ABA how you can just keep laddering somebody with Kamehameha and then hit him with a move after. It's very different. Imagine if every M1 ABA you could block right after or parry that. All right.
If you timed it correctly or something like that.
The only other question I have is, I know that I heard that races aren't gonna be like a big thing as much as they are in Rogue, but do they have like any special things that aren't just cosmetic?
No comment.
Okay.
I was wondering, I'm assuming there's different weapon tiers, like damage-wise. How big of a gap would you say there is? Like, do you think somebody with a higher weapon tier, like how much more damage would they do compared to a base weapon?
Oh. No comment.
Okay.
Could I add a little something to that question as well?
Wait, give me a sec. Hold on. What?
Oh, can I speak? Oh.
Hello?
Hello?
They just disappeared.
Never mind. Forget what I was gonna say.
I think his mic is broke or something.
No, I was talking. Yeah.
I guess another question I had was, how viable would you say multi-element is?
An OP element?
No, multi. Like, could you go multiple elements and be as strong as somebody that just went one element?
No comment.
Okay.
All right. Just give me a sec.
Okay.
All right. When it comes to builds, it just depends on how you build, in my opinion. So that's why I don't know how like in depth you're thinking right now, but I can't really answer that question, to be honest.
Yeah.
So just a no comment. All right. Next question.
Well, I feel that guilds will partially ruin the immersion of Deepwoken and exploration.
Could you explain or elaborate?
Because like your guild, I think has 700 people in the Discord right now, and I bet you'll be making safe servers and floods very very soon. And people will be like exploring the world like very very fast in the safes and floods that you make, and it won't give opportunity for solo players to find out and explore the world.
So basically, you're just worried about the fact that there's a lack of player like enemies when it comes to like safe servers and floods, right?
Yeah, pretty much. And I think Rag tweeted that you can level up to like max classes just by farming off of NPCs.
Just with PV, yep.
Yeah, in safes that'll just be easy. Like it's gonna be
okay. So IMO, in my personal opinion, when it comes to first off, when it comes to trying to make a safe, it's not going to be as easy, in my opinion, to make a safe once Deepwoken comes out. Of course, like whenever I look at Rogue Lineage right now, like you can argue it's like, oh, you just go to Asian server, you find a server that's pretty empty, right? And you can just like make a safe like that. Even in those safe servers, a lot of the times, like if it's filled up with ultras and shit like that, usually ends up being ganked a lot of the times. But at least in Rogue, like there's a way to accommodate for that. Like if you see like your Freshies are being ganked, you can like gate to them and snap Gelatus to them, right? And take care of the guy ganking. The thing about in safe servers in Deepwoken, let's just say you do have like a server full like 15 to 20 people, and there's like 5 to 6 you don't really know, right? Those guys, of course, it depends on like the level of the other people in the safe, right? But understandably, if they're all trying to progress, if you want to accelerate your progression, you can go ahead and actually farm off of those players trying to be in those safe servers. Because a lot of times, if you are usually progressing through a safe server, I'm not saying you're going to be bad at the game, right? Because, obviously you just want to have a safer way to progress. However, those players who succeed in progressing solo will probably learn the game a lot faster than those who are like progressing in like huge groups with their friends, right? So what I'm saying is the people in my guild are probably going to learn the game a lot slower than people who just like play with themselves like a small group of like 2 or 3. And I'm not going to get into the exact reasons why, but just know that like if I'm progressing with like a lot of people, it's going to be slower than if I'm progressing by myself, right? That also comes with learning and like helping out people. And of course, if those guys get jumped, right? If I'm a solo player and I see like, I don't know, like 2 people like progressing, like they're on, let's say they're on this island called Meteor Island, right? Let's say they're trying to do an event on there, right? Just because, if you have a lot of people in a safe server, obviously not everybody can be at one single thing happening at a time in the world, right? They have to be spread out. Well, if I jump those players, those other players in the safe server will not be able to save them. Sure, even if you get on a boat to the closest island, it's still going to take you a solid 20 to 30 seconds to maybe even like a minute to like a minute and a half to actually get to those Freshies being attacked. And by then, either the Freshies are already, not the Freshies, but the people like actually trying to progress will probably already be dead, or the situation will already be like handled and the guy would have escaped. So and for the guys who are invading those safe servers, there's a lot of potential to progress a lot quicker because there's a lot of people you can fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
So, and I just see it kind of hard being able to fill up a server anyway. Like I was saying that I could fill up servers.
Like,
at the moment it's 25, right?
Yeah.
Let's just say you do find a small server, right? And I start like, yo, I found a small server. I start filling it up. Unless I instantly fill it up to the max, because Deepwoken is gonna be like a new and popular game. Other people are still probably gonna be joining those servers. You know what I mean? You're not gonna have it constantly filled up to 25. A lot of other people are gonna be able to keep joining those servers, and it's gonna fuck up your flow. And not everybody's gonna be together like it is in Rogue. You know what I mean? Of course, not everybody together is in a safe in Rogue, but generally a lot of people stick together, right? When
Yeah.
Deepwoken, there's going to be consequences to being stuck together in such like a massive size. It's just not going to be very beneficial and efficient at all. It's like imagine having like 10 Freshies go to the Z scroom pit. Like, dude, there's 4 Z scrooms. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like having like 1 scroom all and like 10 Freshies. Like, yo, it's going to be really fucking slow versus like if you would rather just have those 10 Freshies solo progress in different servers in Rogue, excluding like obviously, how difficult it may be to solo progress to them. You understand what I'm saying though, right?
Yeah, I got you.
So in my opinion, I don't think it's going to be as big of an issue as it is in Rogue, or as big as an issue as some people claim it will be. But I do understand your complaint.
So, speaking of like flooding, grouping up people and stuff, how easy do you think it'll be to escape from like if a group comes at you, like a bunch of like I don't know, it doesn't really depend how progressed they are, but like what if just like 5 people came at you? Would you be able to escape that?
In my opinion, it depends on the scenario and where you're at, right? So if you were to get jumped, let's just say like you're doing something like inside a building, right? And you were to get jumped inside that building, chances are it's probably gonna be really difficult to escape because they probably have you cornered, right? And you're probably gonna die. You know what I mean? Just being realistic, you're probably gonna die, right?
Mhm.
Now, if I'm out in the open, right? Let's just say like I'm in an area where particularly monsters may, in fact, be around, right? I could use those monsters to my advantage to try and escape away from the people that are jumping me. Now, of course, we haven't really seen this a lot recently because, again, just people don't really like fight each other that much among the testers. Like, again, it's like there's people who beef, but like in general, it's decently pretty like, yeah, it's just chilled. It's like a huge safe server, right? But when the game comes out, people will probably use their wits to escape, in my opinion, and PvE enemies will allow people to escape from unescapable scenarios. And also the thing is like, if I'm friendly with like a faction, right, and I get jumped by people, right, but the people are friendly with me, and I'm starting to get jumped, I can use those guards, for example, to help me out in those scenarios. Especially if like the person attacking me is enemies with that faction. Oh, then like, yo, it might turn a 3v1 into a 1v1 because 2 of those guys are hated by that faction. So let's just say I'm with the Adretians, right? And I'm favored by them, right? And I get jumped. I'm like, oh shit, dude. Oh, but I see some Adretian guards over there. I run to the guards. If those guys are enemies with the Adretians, now it's going to turn from a 3v1 to a 3v3 with, of course, 2 of those guys being NPCs. But it allows you to have a lot more favorable of a scenario. Or you can use those 2 Adretian guards to run away while those 2 guys have to fight, 2 of them, and maybe like the one guy chases that. You know what I mean? It just provides a lot more accessibility in order to escape. We just haven't seen a lot of it in the tester Discord because, again, giant safe server, very chill. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was wondering if you could completely like self boost yourself with an alt by gripping it in
What do you mean by
the game
self-boost
to
yourself?
max. Like just like get an alt
Oh,
and grip it like
nah.
No?
No,
Okay,
you
good.
can't.
Thank God.
No, you can't do that. Imagine if you could do that. That'd be so stupid. Nah, but nah.
That was all for me. So
Yo, I got a question.
I'm back.
Is sex in Deepwoken confirmed yet?
what about because
X and Deepwoken. Perhaps. Possibly so. No comment.
because
No comment.
uh-huh.
I feel like it's definitely yes.
All right.
Yeah, because
All right, is that all you guys' questions? I think we have a
Yeah.
lot more people waiting.
Yep.
Thank you.
Appreciate your time here.
Peace out.
Peace. Dang, dude, the line just keeps building up. There's 17 people in line. All right, next up, Green Hat, Cabbage Lord, and Forsaken Tavern. Yo, this thing on this hyperquest to speak is so useful. Yeah. Yeah, Nano actually knows probably more than me, actually. Go ahead, then. I don't really think they can really ruin the game. It just depends, to be honest. Like technically, YouTubers could ruin the game right now if I were just to literally leak everything about Deepwoken. I could literally do that. Oh, it's lifted. Oh, yeah. Well,
That depends on what they spoil and stuff like that.
it just depends on what. If they literally show everything about the game, then like obviously that would ruin everything about the game. But I think there's a lot of things that. Okay, like for example, you could you could say that like YouTubers, for example, like ruined edicts, right? But even then, edicts were still a secret that lasted for like a year plus. That a lot of people were still trying to figure out. It started off with Seer Edict, then no, I'm talking. Yeah, it's in Rogue.
No, I wasn't actually in the game. Like,
Yeah, it was. It was just it was like super secretive and had a lot of secret stuff nobody knew about at the time. So yeah, like edicts, even though edicts were like a huge secret, and even though with like everybody like doing stuff, it took a while for people to figure it out. You know what I mean? So I think there'll definitely be things like that in the game where like, yeah, sure, you'll have like all these YouTubers maybe make.
Yo, so I have a question. Oh. Rip. Also, my name's Forsaken Taven, not Tavern. Taven's my actual first name in real life. Bro, Greatsword is such a like boppin' song, man, honestly. Yo, I just got pinged all right. I'll just wait till Aga's back online. Boxed. Oh my god, people are picking me constantly. Help. Bro.
Well, I'm back. I apologize.
Okay.
I'm back. I was
Alright,
just
so I
saying
got a
anything.
question, Aga.
All right.
Okay, so
What's up?
about release. So basically we know the game isn't finished, or at least not fully, because the devs themselves said like a lot of times they want to release the game as soon as possible. So you don't have to go into detail or be very specific, but like about release, what is holding them back exactly? Like, is it polishing? Is it scripting? Is it finishing islands? Like, what exactly is holding them back?
Firstly,
Releasing the game.
I don't exactly know. Like, I mean, I know some of the stuff they're trying to finish, but at the same time, like there's maybe a lot of things that they don't like tell us that they're trying to work on. Again, they probably have like a developer chat that they probably are talking about. Like we get like some of the base stuff, like, yo, we got to add the content to this before release or whatever. Like, okay, like basic stuff like that. Like just adding content, making sure it's all good, refined, all polished, making sure all the bugs are squashed. You know what I mean? Stuff like that, of course. But there may be also a lot of like behind the scenes stuff that we simply don't know about. But yeah, if it's anything, it's probably like content and bug fixing. Probably as well, yeah. Just making sure everything's smooth and everything's kind of balanced on release as well.
Okay, so I have one more question. This one's actually not from me, but it's from Shinosuke. Will sub races like vampirism and all that exist in Deepwoken?
No comment. Yeah, that's
No comment?
that's
Okay.
no comment.
I have a
Is that
question.
all right, go ahead.
So we've heard we can manipulate magic, like with lightning, you can make clones and like pull people with it. But how manipulatory, like the word, like how much can you manipulate magic in terms like from 1 to 10? Like 10 being you can make anything, and 0 being like shit.
That's pretty subjective. It really changes depending on the tester you ask, in my opinion.
In your opinion, then?
In my opinion, how manipulative? I don't know. I think this question is best left unanswered, and it'll probably just come. Yeah, better left explored. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
because I really
get you.
like even if I give you a number, like what does a number mean? You know what I mean? By the way, Khan, let me invite you to speak. I can't believe I saw you here the whole time, dude.
Oh, our boy Khan's here.
Yeah, it was good, Khan.
What's up?
By the way, Khan's a tester as well, dude, so he can add in on the opinions. By the way, Khan, We can talk in
Deepwoken
the
testers
we
are
can talk in
goated.
the we can talk in the marine chat if you think there's anything that we should probably discuss before we
Okay.
say it. So
Okay, I'm gonna go in the test the chat right now.
all right, bet. All right, you can go in there too, Dion. All right. Greatsword's cool.
Just like
This dude, man.
Wait. Shitting and Deepwoken confirmed as well?
What's up? Go ahead. Apologies, I was like, no, I didn't hear your question.
I have an even more in-depth question. All right. So, if you have, let's say, like Naruto. Let's say Naruto has sex with his shadow clone. Would it be masturbation or incest?
Yeah, this isn't Deepwoken. Like,
all right. New people were bringing up next three. I know people have been waiting. Zuko, Salty, and Boss Raid Uber D Sage once again.
So I'm just here to say sorry about earlier when I talked about sex and Deepwoken.
What's good, Nano? Nano's back too.
I'm sorry.
So now we got 4 testers in here. Oh, bad dude.
Yeah, what are they talking about? I appreciate it, man, but y'all talking about some non-Roblox things up in here. Not gonna lie to y'all. Yo. I mean, that's how you play her, sadly. It's ABA, man. I don't know what else to tell you.
Buy 10 different PCs just to play ABA. It's all your fault.
Next question.
Veering a little off topic.
A little off topic. Do you guys have any questions? I'm gonna take that as a no. All right.
I'm sorry about the sex earlier.
Thank you for your guys' time.
So this must be the Rogue community, I assume.
The Rogue community.
Yo. Hold up. My thing's messed up. How do I put it on speaker?
We can hear you.
Oh, I got it on speaker. Okay. Will there be like crossover? Like, you know how there's like Oni and Street Fighter, and then like Sekiro and like Shinobi? Is there anything like that in Rogue?
Rogue? I mean, there's Shinobi and Rogue.
Like, you mean Deepwoken?
How you know how like Rogue took inspiration from other games like Sekiro and like Street Fighter?
Yeah, there's some spells are inspired from other games.
Really?
Yeah, they're actually on my YouTube video.
Oh, sick. All right.
Also, like inspirations from things like Hunter x Hunter and other.
I have a question.
You got that one race is inspired by what's that game called? Hollow Knight.
Oh, you talking about Vesperian?
Yeah. So they took some inspiration from some games. Yeah.
That's cool.
All right, you have a question, Hoy?
So I have a question.
Yo.
So in Rogue, you know how you can dye your armor to be a certain color? Will you be able to do that in Deepwoken?
No comment on that one.
Yeah, I was about to say no comment. No comment.
Okay.
All right. Me, Mentor,
that's
do you have
my
any
question.
questions? All right, thank you.
Yeah, just one. From the leaks that we've gotten, like over the time that Deepwoken's been developed, how much of the game would you say has been leaked, like percentage-wise? 5%, 10%?
Hard to put into numbers. Well,
what did he ask?
Like, I think he was saying how much of like from what we've seen from leaks, or what we've seen from the latest leaks, how much has like changed over time.
I mean, I guess that's a no comment thing. Yeah. No comment.
All right. I have a question.
Okay.
Will there be will mods like get stuff for like doing restores and stuff like that again? Will be like roost like the Lich race or like really lame specs that shouldn't exist?
No comment. This is stuff we really don't know about.
Yeah. No, I can tell you there will be. I don't know how. I think Rogue's moderation is actually pretty good now because of the who are the head moderators. I heard Hor TM. Yeah, I heard Hor actually like put the hammer down. He's doing a good job as head mod, but
Currently, for mods, if you don't like meet a certain status quo, you get kicked from the team now. So
I see. Yeah. So Deepwoken mod team, you should expect the same thing. It won't be anything corrupt or anything. It should be pretty straight. That's all I know about the mod team at least.
Alrighty, next three: Tide, Blumtis, High Flick.
Oh, Tide again?
Yeah.
Someone else can go before. Oh, is it just me right now? Yeah, Blumtis can go. Need to remember the question I was gonna ask.
Yeah, I have
me a
a
sec.
question about like just general PvP for late game. Like, how much does it change throughout progression?
Not only is that pretty subjective, it just kind of depends on like how you make your build, but I can't really speak on that either.
Okay.
Repeat it.
He's asking like he's trying to compare like how much does it change freshie combat to endgame combat.
I mean, I guess you'll have to worry about pairing spells more. You're not just worried about pairing the sword attacks, so now you're going, it dives further into the skill gap where you have to know which spell does what, so you know when to actually parry it or vent it. And then if you don't know what spell you're going up against, then it's just like you gotta learn, you know. So
yeah.
Go ahead. Never mind. So there was a commonly asked question, and the question was, when we spawn in, are we gonna spawn on different types of islands or one main island?
No comment.
No comment.
So I'm gonna guess no comment is mostly yes to the questions because you don't make comments on it.
You just can't answer it.
No comment just means like it just means no comment.
it's no comment. Yeah. Figure it out on release.
So do you think it's going to be an unfair advantage if a player is said friends with testers or developer?
I mean, yeah, like they'll probably be told
I mean,
information.
Yeah, information, but in terms of like, it's like I tell you something, but that doesn't change the fact that just because you know where to go, it like, how do I put it? It doesn't change the fact that I'm still gonna beat your ass. Like if I'm just better than you, okay, I don't care if you know where to go from here. I'm still beating you up, so it's.
Well, can't they like teach them about like the combat and stuff? Like if they're a tester.
I mean, that's true too, but
So,
it's like,
let's say I'm friends with a developer or tester of the game, which I am, and they teach me how to play and give me a lot of insight on the game upon release. Would you consider that a highly unfair advantage to other players?
My personal opinion, right? From like speaking from personal experience of like someone who really was not told actually anything. Like I had to figure all the combat and spell canceling and shit like that by myself. I really don't have much of an issue going up against players who have received shit like that before. Like I progressed like just fine. I learned everything just fine in an orderly fashion. So yeah, sure. While that like it might be like that initial like day 1, day 2 of like people playing the game like, oh yeah, you're kind of ahead. But guarantee most people will catch up in like a week tops. Because you got to realize everybody's gonna be like grinding the hell out of this game when it first comes out. Like people are gonna be playing this shit 24/7.
Yeah.
So you might think you have an advantage initially, but I guarantee you somebody's gonna.
After a week, you pretty much have everything in Deepwoken info. I mean, it's after a week, so it's like, I mean, I guess you have that like first 8-hour advantage, but
there will be some things though that are still pretty secretive. Or I'll DM Nano about this actually. No.
Another thing I was gonna ask is how important do you think water combat is gonna be between PvE and players?
No comment.
Do you mean?
Yeah, no comment.
No comment.
Can I get a comment if there is gonna be underwater exploration?
No comment.
No comment.
And this is kind of hard. in one of Ago's videos, I saw 2 ships fighting. Was that pirate PvE?
What was the question?
So Aga, in one of your most recent videos, there was a PvE between 2 ships, and you said this is going to occur a lot in Deepwoken, and it's best to stay away from these events. I believe it was your video, right?
Okay, go on.
So, do you want me to repeat the question?
You can keep going on.
And I was asking if pirates are gonna be a big role in Deepwoken, like PvE pirates.
No
Those are gonna be
comment.
things that are gonna like pillage your ships and stuff. No comment.
Any other questions?
I
will there
have
be,
a
like-
question.
You can go.
Are there gonna be drugs in Deepwoken?
No comment.
No comment.
So I have one last question. What do you think an estimate release date is for Deepwoken? Like September, December's technically fall, October, stuff like that.
As soon as possible. That's
You
what they
think
aim
we're gonna
for.
get the Discord before the game, or both at the same time?
I think the Discord's gonna be public a week before the game opens, something like that.
All right.
Yeah, you'll
And-
definitely get it before the game comes out, though.
All right. Another thing is, should we expect a lot of info from the Deepwoken Twitter upon release?
Repeat that.
Do you think we'll get a lot of info from the Deepwoken Twitter that Ragusa runs, or do you think it's just gonna be there?
I can't really say much about that. I don't really know, so.
And Aga.
Yep.
Daniel Dude asked if he's asked what you're gonna showcase in your next stream. Or are we gonna have to wait and see? Alright.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I was gonna ask about player NPC interactions. Like, I know there's a lot of combat-based ones, but are there any like non-combat-based ones?
I mean, technically, you could talk to an NPC, and that's like combat.
Okay.
So
Okay. Thank you.
Are there gonna be like dope cameo names in Deepwoken? Please say yes.
comment.
Damn, I need drip.
Any other questions, or is that all for you guys today? So I can bring some new people.
That's all. I'll go back
All
to
right.
the audience now.
That's all.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, next 3 up, Kumquat, Knave, and Otto.
Yo, hello.
What's up?
Okay, one question I had, I can't remember. It was like, is there gonna be a limit to like character slots on an account?
Yo, what's up? Wasn't it confirmed 3?
It was 3?
Yeah. It was
Okay.
confirmed 3, yeah.
Oh yeah, one question I've been seeing a lot was when I think it was Rag that said that the island, the map was gonna be twice the size of Gaia, and people are
Yeah.
wondering if that includes like the ocean as well, or like landmass.
Well,
Repeat that?
sorry, but weren't there like 2 places? Actually, well, I think it's more of
Yeah, but
a
I'm
theory.
talking about the main one, like the Eastern or whatever.
The
Uh-huh.
luminant is one place, which is I think is the one that is like twice the size of Gaia, and then we got the depths. I think like it is. I don't know. It's a tier, right? But I think when you go there, you it's when you die the first time, and you get like a different health bar or something. I don't know.
It's not
a
confirmed,
theory.
but yeah.
Yeah.
Referring to your original question about, you said if the sea included was twice the size of Gaia or just the landmass. Is that the
Yeah, like the
question?
whole map or like the islands combined together was twice the size of Gaia.
I'd really
Since
have to
Gaia
think
was
about
basically
that
all.
one.
I think it'd be the sea and the land.
No, I would just say the whole map. Yeah, the whole map is just.
Oh, map.
Yeah.
I don't think they'd like grab all islands, just put it in one.
The map as a whole is twice as size.
Yeah, I agree.
I have a question.
Yep.
Is it like the distance between islands, not like GPO distance, but like
That's
it's
not a
gonna
GPO.
take you a little while, you know?
Oh.
Like just no.
What do you mean by a little while?
Like I mean like I don't really know what the map looks like, but for example, from one island to another, on average, the closest island would it take like 3?
It's not gonna be some GPO bullshit. I'll tell you that much. Yeah,
Okay.
it won't be some GPO shit now.
Okay. Another thing, you can like make speedboats, right? Like faster boats than like galleon looking type things.
No comment.
No comment.
Dude, it's a boat. Yeah.
We can't say anything.
I got
Another question. Oh no, you can go ahead.
I got one question. Since we don't have classes, right? So you're not like anchored to like one specific build, because we don't have like the fucking Casper and Ebs Walker event build, or I don't know, some other bullshit build, which is like really linear and all. Because we got this thing which you can like dual wield every weapon you want, as long as you have the one arm build or the two arm. I don't know how to say it, but since we don't have classes, how do we exactly like? Let's say I want to be I don't know, like a pistolier. How do you get like new weapons or abilities? Like how will the progression will be?
You gotta wait.
I mean, progression is just like what you said. It's just you have more of a diagonal path in terms of like your build and stuff. It's not just one linear path. So.
And also, I remember someone said about vampirism. Is vampirism gonna be in the game, or
what is that?
No, like I guess it's more of a, what do you call it? Like a sub race, I guess.
Oh, you're talking about. Oh, no comment, bro. No comment.
All right.
One question. I had a question too about character slots as well. Like in Rogue, like if you get gripped on an account and like you're like one life, you can just easily switch to like another account and like continue ganking or whatever. Like how would character slots work between like being able to like access them? Like do you have to rejoin, or can you like open a menu per se and like switch?
For now, no comment on that.
No comment.
Yeah.
Another question about the size of the map or whatever. How much, like, can you give a ratio of like land to water, of like the size?
No ratio.
Comment. No comment.
Yeah.
No comment. Okay.
Some islands are gonna be like decently large on the scale, and then others are gonna be like just a random down in this ocean.
Okay. And probably my last question would be, I'm not sure if you can talk about this, but what would you say like what's like the most like unfun part of like Deepwoken to you guys?
Before I get into Otto, did you just ask a question?
Yeah, I was asking, like, there's gonna be like varying sizes of islands. Like one's just gonna be like a small area where you can just have like a battle with your buddies, and something else will be like a whole ass city.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna give you exactly what everything's gonna be like, but obviously, like the islands are gonna be different, of course, in sizes. Not really gonna say like how else it's gonna be different, but yeah.
Okay.
I got
What was the other question?
It was like, what's the most if you can say anything about it, what's like the most like unfun part of Deepwoken?
I mean, I guess being at 200 ping, ping's always going to be an issue in like games like these, but I mean that's about it.
Also, will the game be unplayable past like 200 ping? Since I'm from South America, so like can't get good ping at all.
Unplayable. South America, you should be fine.
I mean not like I mean the continent. right? Not
Don't worry. No, that
not
wouldn't
fucking
be.
Texas
I'm
or anything.
EU, and I always get like 200 ping in
200
American
ping.
servers, so I can play the game perfectly fine.
Yeah,
Obviously,
it's not like unplayable, but
it is playable.
let's just say you have. Yeah, it's not unplayable.
Sorry, I don't know that.
And I got another question. Will the game like keep on being secret, like 100% secretive, or will there be some intuitivity to it? Right.
I mean, obviously, Deepwoken info is just going to be leaking everything once they find
Yeah.
out about everything. So,
But will there be things like in K you get the thing that it says you get insight and value for this, or you get purity for this, or something like that. Will the game tell you this does this?
no
Or
comment. No comment.
Right.
Right, is that all the questions for you guys?
I had one fucking question, but I forgot.
I'm good. Yeah.
Wait, one more. This is I don't even think this is much of a leak, or a bad question, but are the depths and the Eastern Luminant gonna be separated games? You're gonna, if you fucking die, do you go to a different game instance?
No comment.
I'm pretty sure this is. Pretty sure. Rag mentioned that before.
Wait, let me see if he did. I think it was in the Deepwoken Direct he answered that actually. For sure.
Yeah, but he's like,
Deepwoken info about that.
no, it wasn't direct info. I think it's just what do you call it? Wait, was it? What should I know? I shouldn't be talking.
It was in the Deepwoken info Discord.
No. Actually, I don't know. I couldn't tell.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you mentioned it before, but I'm I'll let them decide.
Yeah, for now I'm just gonna no comment that until I see whatever he said, and then I'll
No comment.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for me.
Okay.
I actually. Fuck! I forgot. Sorry, I forgot my. Yeah, I got no question. I fucking forgot it.
Okay. I don't know why Groovy's in the thing either.
I haven't been playing anything.
All right. Next up, Daniel Dude, Salty once again, and VFX once again.
I have 5 different questions. I wrote them down.
What's up?
Rag mentioned the Mistborn system.
What?
Could you speak to that? The Mistborn system. It's where you eat metal. I don't know much about it.
I haven't really seen Mistborn, but anything explaining anything about the magic system, no comment.
And the next one I had was, can you customize how the ships look, color-wise and stuff?
No comment on that either.
No comment.
Okay, and this one's probably going to be a no comment as well, but is armor separate top and bottom, or is it full way through?
No comment on that either.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right. So I have a question. Are the depths and the lore connected somehow? Please, no comment, please.
You said, are the what connected somehow?
The depths and the lore, are they connected?
No comment.
Okay.
Okay, I have a question if I can ask.
Go ahead.
Okay, I was wondering about race customization. We know that Vesps are unique and different for changing their mass, etc. Could you say that's equally balanced for other races, like Grimmer gets to change its horn type, or is that no comment?
You're gonna have to find out in the game, my guy.
All right.
Okay, I have another question. Is inventory space upgradable?
No comment.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no comment.
Well, I mean, I don't blame him. You can't really leak that much because you could get in trouble too if you said something.
I'm pretty
that
sure you
Rag
guys
didn't want
can
leaked.
answer this one. Are there more individual lore characters?
No comment.
Does it mean specific characters?
You know how there was lore characters in Rogue? Will there be more of them in Deepwoken?
I mean, shit, you can see me. You can see me.
Okay, wait. I have sort of a more of a discussion thing, not like a Q&A thing. Would you say? I mean, it kind of is a question though. Would you say like fakewoken has a certain like good representation? I'm saying I know it's not as what Deepwoken is going to be, but would you say like the bars and everything have been sort of close to Deepwoken? Like, is it like a good central game?
I mean, like what Aga said in that one video. Think of fake woken like Lee lineage.
Yeah.
So,
oh,
I can tell you right now from playing fake woken, being quote unquote good at that game won't. There's like
Yeah.
probably one thing you can transfer over to fake woken to Deepwoken, but it's missing like from the top of my head right now. Fake woken is missing 3 key features in the PvP that like. Yeah, it's in Deepwoken, but it's not in fake woken. There's like
Yeah.
3 major things that fake woken is missing. So
Yeah, that's one thing. That's the main reason I didn't want
There's
to
also
like
some
try
things
for
in
fakewoken.
there's also some things in fakewoken that are actually just like wrong that some players might get used to.
Yeah.
when I just play the
definitely,
game.
I can't say it, but there's one thing that is super wrong in fake woken that if you try to bring it over to Deepwoken, let's just say good players are pairing it every single time.
I have a question. So will there be like more like mechanics, like the spit mechanic to like distract your opponent during like combat? You know.
Wait,
spitting.
you said it in Rogue. Did you distract people with spit in Rogue, bro?
No, they saw they saw how I spit rag on stream.
Yeah,
Remember when he was streaming Greatsword that day?
Yeah, after Valorant.
Yeah.
Will there be like any other
More
like,
distractions?
like,
I think
yeah.
probably just spitting. Spitting is like just it was supposed to be just some meme added, but like
Yeah. Would you say like
it's useful, I
fishing is
guess.
a pretty substantial like feature to the game? Like, would you say it's important?
What's
Or is
important?
fishing like a side hobby, like in the game that you
Shit,
do?
bro, you want some food because you're hungry? Go ahead and fish.
Sure.
I mean, you know.
There are some things you can do with fishing though that I won't speak about. So no
Okay.
comment on that.
Artifacts?
Next question.
Hey, Agamatsu, is your favorite part of the game PvP?
Ooh, that's a good
Good.
question.
Yeah.
I'm
Man to the
exhilarated by
other like
both.
testers here.
I'm exhilarated by both the PV and PvP. I like fighting strong PvE monsters, even if some people were to call them unfair. I like that challenge. Though recently I've been finding some players and it's been pretty cool finding them too. So I'll say it's equal at the moment.
Yeah, I think both are equally good, and like yeah, the game as a whole is just good. So
Yeah. I know we heard that there's like not that much like boss rating, as you know from Rogue, but Nano, what's the amount of people you've taken in Deepwoken? Like the highest amount?
highest amount
Yeah.
I've done. Those mud skippers were shown, right? People know what mud skippers are.
Yeah. The freaking like coral zombie.
So I've done a 1v5 before, but 2 of them were mud skippers and 3 of them were players.
I mean that's pretty good though. I mean, yeah.
Muskipper's die in like 2 hits though, so
Yeah.
I mean they could do damage.
I've done that. I'm just saying I did pull off a 1v3, but at the same time I kind of like health packed off the mud skipper, so it's like
Yeah. Well, I mean, still 3 guys though.
3 people.
I think there was one time I did 1v3, but I'm not gonna lie. First off, it was against the 2 other testing here, Dasher and Con and Ruin, and I think they were like a good bit weaker than me, so
yeah.
I don't think that really counts for much.
1vx's are possible, but you'll probably not see them. So unless you're really good.
Like, realistically speaking, if 2 or 3 good players fight you, a lot more times than not, you're gonna lose.
Yeah.
If you guys are equal.
I have a question. Is the thirst bar even like important? Because I don't see the importance of it. You know, like
the thirst bar.
Yeah, like the water.
It's just like your hunger bar.
It is.
I mean,
well, I mean, you need to live. You never know. You can like probably die from dehydration. I'm guessing. Oh, I was gonna say, you know how like Rogue said there was like diseases, but we didn't really see that. Would you say like Deepwoken has any like sort of founding diseases that are like stick out? I know you probably can't say this, but like
No
for
comment.
example, if you're yeah.
How's the game performance like when you're moving about on boats and stuff?
It's great. Yeah, great.
Nice.
For me,
Shout out to the builders, man, and all those other things that I'm not a nerd about developing, but you know, shout out to everybody that makes the game better. It's great.
True.
Okay. And this guy named Choust said, can you tell Aga to check DMs because he had a question?
Who?
Choust, C-H-A-L.
Yo, Aga don't have a mic, but can you answer some VC? My question is, how would you introduce Deepwoken to someone who has a negative view of Roblox? In other words, how would you convince someone to try out Deepwoken or give it a chance despite it being a Roblox game? Ooh. Well, first off, it depends on if they've ever played Rogue before and their opinions on Rogue, right? Their opinions on like permadeath games. Because if they don't really like permadeath games, then they probably wouldn't like Deepwoken. But if they're down for like a pretty solid experience, right, a pretty unique experience compared to other like if they like played the front page games on Roblox and they're like, oh, this is a fucking kids game, fuck this shit, you know what I mean?
Tell them
yeah.
Tell them Deepwoken is like Warcraft or something. I don't know.
Oh, I had a question about like ambience and OSTs. Would you say that's like a really outstanding factor in the game? Like I know it's
they do a good.
Yeah, Noctagonus did a good job.
Yeah.
Yep. He takes pride in that. So
I mean, just
really
listening
cool.
to it's awesome. So yeah. Would you say the balance of oh wait, you can say yours because I just said one.
Oh, thanks. I have a question from this guy called Evalescent. This will probably result in a no comment, but is the cooking system on par with potions and spell making, or is it more basic?
Potion and spell making? Did I talk about cooking in my video? I didn't I?
You talked about the potion
yeah,
making,
potions and
stuff.
fishing.
Oh, I didn't, huh? Just maybe just wait until I make another video. I'll probably talk about cooking.
Bruh.
Sure.
Ooh,
Yeah, just wait. No comment for now.
And wait, they got a question written down somewhere. 1 second. Okay, it was about like standing with races. I know we've seen like if you damage or like get too close to a certain like tribe or something and you like massacre them, which I know is gonna be pretty hard, but I'm saying if you get way too like on the wrong side of a certain race, can you like on that same character, will you be able to make it up to them and like be good with them again? Or is it like no turning back?
It'll be super hard.
Okay. So it's kind of
I
like
have-
going from desigil chaotic to like Solons. But in a way that's more unique.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright.
All right. So I have a question. So basically, like it was like way back in like December. Is when we first saw like Demstorm's video.
Yeah.
Like second video, and he had that little I don't want to call it a companion because that sounds cringe, but like
Yep.
you know that little thing on his shoulder floating.
Yep.
It was like this has been like a no comment for like almost a year at this point, bro. I mean, can you guys like at least like say something about it? You know,
It's a companion. That's by your side.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think I have 2 more questions and I'm gonna leave my spot so someone else can take. So this one's by Nobrim. He says, can you ask Aga or Nano if they'll be making lore even after Deepwoken gets released? So events and actions that happen to Deepwoken will be written in the lore and you're able to become a lore character or be in a lore event after the game is released.
You can be significant in paid access by like winning tournaments that are hosted.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess he probably sort of means like being like Roy Haru in a way.
Yeah, that's still a possibility. If anything, I mean, since the game is way more skilled based, you could actually show off how unique you can be, or just show off how good you are in the game in general. And yeah, you can definitely show that off to Rag. I feel like Rag's going to be playing the game after release, just because he enjoys the combat himself.
Also, how much effect does like talent have on like the combat? You know, like are they like important? Like, do you need them? You know, this is probably a no comment, but I mean, I'm just asking. You know, shit.
I mean, they're perks.
Yeah.
Agamatsu, I have one for you.
They're like your accessories, you know. So it's like you'll be better with them, obviously.
It's not like you'll lose a fight if you don't have them. You know what I mean? Like if you're goated, you can still probably beat a player who's average.
Yeah.
You know?
Yo,
I feel like
Agamatsu,
everyone's probably like bound to get talents too. Like get a few.
Yeah, it's not like you're not about to freaking unless you're doing some challenge. It's not like you're about to just not go challenge, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, so the last question and like the side question I had for Nano and Aga was, what was your favorite element that we've probably seen? I know if it's something we haven't seen. Like, what element have you mained? If you've, like out of the four, or Shadow.
I like Shadow.
All right.
Shadow was cool for the time being, but I definitely like Win. I wish I showed off Win on my YouTube video because I do some cool stuff with it.
The Con or Dasher? You guys got any favorites?
I mean, I guess fire.
I got two questions. I've got one from Dune, and he asks if you're joining Edict.
He said what?
Are you joining Edict?
Am I joining Edict?
Yeah.
Like the house?
Edict. Just that's all he said. I don't know.
Oh.
No.
After that.
Okay, and then the next one was, are you guys going to become lore characters?
I hope to become one. I don't know if I will become one.
To be
but that's the goal.
Okay, and the sub question I had that was about elements is, we saw like blue flames like compared to like regular flames. Is there something cool like that for each element, like how they can progress cosmetically, or is that no comment?
No comment.
Okay, thank you. And I'm gonna
Another
leave. So someone else
question.
get another spot. Thank
Do boots like your boots on your feet, do they affect running speed?
No comment.
Okay.
No comment.
Right. I think you guys have had enough questions for now, though. There's been people who've been waiting, so thank you for your time. We're gonna actually bring in people who haven't spoken yet, compared to those who've already been in here. So, your dad, Forsaken Titan, has already been here, because I think we've been bringing in the same people. So we're gonna.
Your dad.
Hello.
Yo.
Hi.
Do I go first?
Go ahead.
All right. Will your blood, hunger, and water be hard to manage?
Pay attention to it, and it'll be fine.
All right. Can you revert your skill points so you can change your build?
No comment.
Can you have multiple NPC groups to be on your side, or is it restricted to one liking you and the others not liking you?
No comment.
And I don't know if this was already asked, but how much will a slot cost? Like a
Less.
slot.
It'll be less than what the game costs.
Right. Can you die from starvation?
No comment.
Alright, I guess that's all. I'm gonna leave. Bye bye.
Peace.
I have a question.
What's up?
So I'm a big Tails player. Do you think the release of Deepwoken is going to affect the Tails player base in a positive way or a negative way?
I think Tails players will probably enjoy Deepwoken a lot more than they did Rogue. Like if you're still playing Tails because you don't like Rogue, then yeah, you're probably gonna like Deepwoken a lot more, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think.
It's definitely gonna appeal to the Tails fan base, I think, more than Rogue did. All right, is any other questions?
Does Rogue have more handholding than Deepwoken? Or vice versa?
Handholding. Like define handholding in Rogue.
Knowing what to do basically without having to look it up.
Oh, I think Debo gonna have like it won't be as difficult to start off in compared to like Rogue. Like now, if you were to like start off with Rogue, you kind of need like a whole. You kind of just need to look up a lot of shit. On Debo, and you can basically figure out everything if you just play long enough, like I did. So yeah.
Thank you.
Alrighty.
I'm out. Peace.
All right, Retsudo.
All right, it's my turn. So I have questions about the monsters in the game.
Huh?
Can you pair them or block them since they're triple your size?
You said, can you what?
Can you pair them like in PvP?
Impair them?
Parry.
He said parry
Oh.
and block and stuff.
Yes.
Yep.
So I suspect that they're inspired by Monster Hunter.
I'm not sure what they were inspired by for some of them.
Some cool monsters. I'll tell you that much.
Well, most of the other stuff I wanted to ask is no comment, but yeah, that's pretty much it.
Alrighty, thank you.
All right.
All right, Zao. We've seen these guys already. No Brim. I think they haven't seen you yet. Everybody else we've seen, so we'll just go back in order.
Alright. Are there, so you know how there are like seasons and stuff? Are there like environmental factors that can affect PvP?
No comment.
Another question, I guess, would be, I'm not sure if there's a sort of party system, but assuming there is, or something along those lines, if you're to do a mission, since I'm assuming you might not want to promote boosting, will the difficulty of the mission scale with like the amount of people you have?
Also, no comment on that.
Compared to Rogue, now I'm not saying it's similar to Rogue, but obviously we know that there's a lot more variety in like builds and whatnot. Would you say that currently there's a lot more content compared to Rogue?
Yes.
Yep.
All right, and what's the oldest character there's been in Deepwoken, and can age like affect your ability, or is it just purely cosmetic? Like assuming that it affects your appearance and whatnot.
They've said it in stream. Age will just affect your appearance.
Oh. And I'm not sure if this has been confirmed as well as like my last question, but if there are injuries in Deepwoken, can weapons affect like whether you can get injuries or not? So maybe a great sword may deliver a heavier blow than like a normal weapon, so you might get some sort of injury from that. Just yeah.
No comment on that one.
All right, thank you.
No problem.
Okay, so before I say anything, I just like to say I'm a huge fan of both Agamatsu and Nano, so it's mind-blowing I'm in the same VC as you. So keep up the great content.
Appreciate it. Happy birthday, bro.
Right. Oh, really? You saw me? Oh yeah. Okay, thank you. That means a lot. All right. Anyway.
Your profile
okay,
picture's
so
dope too.
yeah, I love Akuma from Street Fighter. I love it. Anyway, so I think some of these questions will definitely be no comment. I had like 7 questions, but now it's down to 4 because some people already like answered that and it was no comment. So okay, so so we saw in the first little thing that they showed environmental destruction with like fire and ice magic on a tree. So like, how exactly will environmental destruction work in Deepwoken? Like, is there limits, or can you like destroy an entire fort over time?
No comment on that. You said destroy entire forest or fort, by the way.
Like a fort, like you did a mission on like some fort. So like, could you like, is there like limits to how much of that fort you can destroy, or can you only destroy like a couple buildings and that's it? In a like regen or something like that, or the rebuild.
No comment on that for now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was a complex question. Anyway, is there things like abandoned forts or neutral places where you can chill with NPCs, like not attacking you, no matter like no matter the faction, like a safe haven? Like, let's say you're bad, like you, the Etrians hate you, and the Edreds also hate you, and you're hated by both. Is there like a safe haven where like no one hates you, like, or at least I'm not sure how to say this. Like, okay, you guys get what I'm saying? Like, there's a place where like let's say you're hated by all factions, probably not a thing. Is there a place where you can go to be safe from those factions, like a safe haven, or a place you could just chill without getting attacked?
No comment on that one for now.
Okay. All right. And then my third question is, will there be more sneaks from here on out, or just like little ones until the game's release, or just none at all?
What I will say that there will be a stream before release.
There will be a stream before release.
Yeah, stream before release.
All right. Okay. And then okay. So 4. This one, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be no comment, but okay. So the OG title of the game, like before it was Deepwoken, was just Drown Gods. Like that was the actual like title before they just yeeted it. So like in the lore, if there is any, will it have a lot to do with like different gods or and such or something like that, like a heaven or something like that, or some other stuff like
No comment.
Cause like okay, so I wanted to ask that because Rogue Lineage had like a seraph thing, and like Solon was like a sun god or something. So I wanted to see if like it had something like that.
Again, no comment. I wish I could
All right.
answer.
All right. I have one more question from Sean X. I actually got DM this. Is the game going to be a lot more friendly towards solo players, unlike Rogue? You probably been asked this a lot, but he wanted to ask.
There will be a lot more benefits, in my opinion, to playing solo than in Rogue, and not
Okay.
only to playing solo, but to playing solo versus playing with like a lot of people. So yeah, a lot more beneficial than Rogue.
All right, I have one more final question. Okay, so will there be like, I know it's not connected to Rogue in any way, but will there be like little like fun little like references to Rogue, like I don't know how to say this, like you can get like, you know, the beads you get after you get Oni. Would you have that as like an accessory, as just a little like throwback to Rogue?
No comment.
No comment? Aw. It'd be really cool if there were like references to Rogue in Deepwoken, even though Deepwoken's not connected to Rogue at all. Oh. Okay, so it's okay. Someone else just asked me. Oh, by the way, no more DMing me because I'm not gonna be asking them any more questions because I feel like I'm taking up a lot of their time. But one last thing, someone said ask for a hint on how spell creation will work. Not sure if you can give that or not.
Oh well, no hints.
No hints, no hints. All right. Anyway, thanks for having me. See you later, man. Really cool talking to you guys.
Happy birthday, bro.
Thanks. That really means a lot. Bye.
Zeo, you have any other questions, comments, concerns?
I was thinking, but I think that's about it. I'll just go back to the audience. Thanks.
All right, see you, bro. Keep up the moderation work. All right, we got some new people. Did we get No Brim in here? Oh, he hasn't replied. Ranger X SU Kobe and then Raid, since we're going back through people who are going or requesting again.
Okay, I have a question. So you can like spit on people, right? Are you able to teabag though?
Hello, everyone.
I mean, if you crouch and you keep crouching on somebody, could you call that teabagging? I guess so.
Okay.
I have one thing to say.
Okay. Could you say that again? Oh, he left. I didn't know you were just saying. Any other questions?
Give me a second.
Also, apparently that there was the one guy who was trying to talk. No Brim, I'll add you back, bro. If I can just find you. Request
Yo,
again.
hello, is my mic working?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right. I know this is kind of like a dumb question, but how hard, like in your opinion, how hard is like the current like combat system?
Where is it? Elaborate.
Like how hard is it to like counter specific things like like skills and like that people like make up.
Yep, my phone. Yo, my computer died. I'll be back, but I wouldn't say it's like really hard to counter things. If you know how to counter, then you can counter. It's more based on like your reaction, if you can keep up with your opponent's pressure and shit like that.
Yeah, it's not like AVA where it's like some characters just directly counter others. Like nothing you
Yeah,
can do about
or
it.
like how
So-
how
so
it
it's-
counter
so it's fair,
a mage.
it's fair.
Nothing like that. It's just
pretty much, yeah.
It's just based on skill. Yeah, it's
Alright, okay.
yeah.
It's really just based on how skilled you are. Kind of crazy.
Will there be any like rare ingredients or plants, something like Frost Princess?
Oh, did Nino leave? Oh, I'm gonna say no comment because I'm not sure if I can say anything, but yeah.
All right. I mean,
You ask another question?
He
Are
asked,
you
like,
able to
rare
fast travel?
No comment.
Okay, now he's asking. Someone else asked, "Are you able to fast travel?"
Fast travel, like you press a spot on a map or something like that, like in a game, and then you fast travel somewhere. Is that what he means?
Yeah.
He said, "Yeah."
No comment. Wait, no, there's nothing like gate or snap galley, so no, there is no fast travel. I don't know why I said no comment.
Yeah, I was like confirmed. Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to my room.
Oh, I have a question too. Will the spells, Oh. Yeah, what's
He'll be
going
back.
on?
His computer died. He will be back.
Damn.
Continue asking, I guess. 'Cause,
All right.
Oh yeah. Oh.
No, go ahead.
Alright, so will spells, will they have like a how eyes when you feel me, the fire shit, the thunder shit, like will they be the same, will like let's say wind, will be more like agile, like type of magic, like fire and more like attack made, thunder, shit like that, like the different like made, like eyes.
Are you
like
asking if like
tanky.
specific elements will be catered more towards certain like play styles? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah. Or like will it be like the same, like all like it depends how you use it, how you use the magic. Or will it depend like what magic you have for a playstyle?
That is a very interesting question.
Wait, Amir, what was the question?
Oh.
Alright, so will depending on your playstyle, will you need to like have like ice, like be like tankiness, you feel me, like fire be attack, go to those builds, like and like wind be agile, like agilic like element, or will like how your playstyle will it depend like how you use the magic, or will they be like towards different playstyles? You feel?
I understand what you're saying. You won't be locked into like a certain style of playing. In my personal opinion.
Oh, so they will depend on who you use the element, So every element can go with everything.
Well, there's different.
it depends.
Yeah, there's different benefits to each of the elements, but again, it's not like you'll be locked in a specific way like that. In like the way you're saying.
Yeah, I think it depends on like the skill that you have.
Yo, can I ask something?
Yeah.
So can you build other stuff other than campfires?
No comment.
All right.
Can you upgrade your campfire?
No comment. Wait, what do you mean by that? Upgrade your campfire?
I don't know. It made sense in my mind.
Yeah, because in the leaks, you feel me, you can see how the campfires heals you up, No, don't they?
Okay, for now,
Yeah,
just
they.
Yeah. So like you can get a better campfire to heal you up quicker. You know, if there's like more wood on it. You know.
one then.
It's
Well,
no co.
Oh, I was gonna say that.
No. You can go ahead.
Will some NPCs hate you because of your race? Like just instantly,
common?
they'll hate you.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure like you should actually send a picture of a guy, like an NPC, saying that he doesn't want to speak like to people like you or something. So you
It
know
won't
that.
be like so. It's not like if.
I think it's his best left no comment.
Yeah.
And another question is, what? Oh wait, no, fuck. Hey, I have no more questions, bro. I just realized my last question myself. So I might just go back in the audience. Good luck.
Alrighty. Any other questions?
Okay, I got one last question.
Okay.
Are there any like disrespectful weapons? Like kind of like how Rag like pulled out the fishing rod mid combo, or like maybe you can like mess someone up with like a pickaxe or something.
Oh wait, one sec. I'm trying to move Nano back in. Nano, could you request real quick to be brought in? All right.
So Khan left as well. Is he here?
Yeah. Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right.
Said he's gonna dip.
What was that dude's question?
Is there like any disrespectful weapons, like how Rag pulled out a fishing rod? I mean,
Yeah, you can do stuff. You can freaking eat like a whole ass meal in front of your opponent before you strike them again, if you want to.
That's fire.
Yeah.
Okay, you can move me out.
all right. All right, let's pull up the next people who have been waiting. All right, Riz changed, and then all right, we'll pull somebody from the already waiting list.
Yo, what's up?
Yeah, what's good?
Yo.
I'm a huge fan, just like the other guys, so I'm happy to be talking out today.
All right.
My question was more towards guilds. Like in the anime, like Tokyo Revengers, they have different division commanders. Or like One Piece, there's different, statuses within the Legion. So and your Marine per se, Agamatsu, there could be like you can have a whole like division, the leader or vice commander controlling this set of people. The same, what's the name? You don't have to make a whole nother, house or something just for another separate group of people within one whole big group. So I was asking if there were like different statuses you can appoint people as.
Raga said there's different roles within the guilds. Rag or Arc. It was in the first stream.
Yep.
Yeah, so.
Alrighty, next question.
I got a question. Okay, so is it like, can you go like any element you want, or do you like have to like do you like spawn it and set an element, or do you like get an element somehow, like obtain it or something? Like I want fire, I have to do like a quest or something for it.
You gotta find it out in the game. No comment.
Yeah, no comment.
Okay.
All right, I have another one. In one of your videos I come on to, you had shown like the back of a monster or something, and it seemed like to be hunched over doing something. So I was wondering if like you can just be like anywhere doing anything, and then monsters will just like show up. Like let's say you light a campfire, and then you run around, you come back to it, and then there's just like there's just people chilling there or something, like an NPC and stuff like that happen.
Or like you wait, say that again. Apologies.
So in your video, you had shown like the back of a monster, like a really quick flash of it. And to me, it like it was like doing something, right? Like maybe it could have been hunched over a dead body or someone could have attracted it, right? So I was wondering if things could just happen like naturally at any time that you don't have to ignite. Like let's say you have a campfire somewhere, right? You go to fight something, you come back to it, and then there's NPCs or a monster right there just waiting for you to come back. Can stuff like that happen in Deepwoken?
No comment. I will say though, you gotta be careful in the world of Deepwoken. Next question.
Yeah, I got something actually. Is there anything that I guess incentivizes wars or anything like that? Like, is there any, like, I guess, properties that you can take over or anything of that nature?
No comment on that.
I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, is there like any diseases on the game, or like something like a disease?
No comment on that. Alright, is that all the questions, I assume?
Is there anything that you know that you can comment on that we might not have some knowledge on?
Team fights are cool.
Team fights are cool.
Baby combo, I see.
I mean, I'm trying to think of like a question that, like, you know,
I could reveal
that you guys
something.
could actually answer. Exactly, yeah.
Would how do I explain this? Like 10 versus 10 people, like house wars. Would they work in Deepwoken?
Yes.
Oh.
Well, I mean, if you're talking about like you gather 10 people into a server and you get another 10.
Yeah, 10v1s, 10v10s. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Something
think
like
they
that.
they would work. Team fights in this game are more controllable. I don't think you'll just like in Rogue.
Can you get robbed? Like you're going your way, and then some dude just in the middle of the sea like pulls up to you and starts robbing your ship or something.
Probably best left no comment.
No comment.
Yeah, no comment.
Is there like any other storage systems? Like, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure you could maybe store things on your ship. I'm not sure if that was confirmed, but are you able to store things on your ship, and are there any other storage areas on the map?
Okay, so like, I don't know what you mean really by storage, but like if I wanted to put a chest on my ship, like I could just put a chest on my ship.
But, like, I don't know if there's like any banks or something like that.
No
Or
comment
just
on
like
that
a.
stuff.
Oh, okay. All right. What about like auction houses or anything like that? Do you think, I guess, it's gonna be kind of like Rogue, where it's just, you know, you just have to trade with somebody, or are there like, I don't know, auction houses in the like in certain towns and stuff where you can sell things there?
I feel like we can answer that one. Right?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
So are you afraid of getting scammed? If
I
you
mean,
wanna...
not really. I mean, like, I'm pretty sure, like, if there aren't any auction houses, a lot of guilds, I guess, would get recognition for, like, I guess, you know, having their own, you know, system going around. But I mean, I'm not afraid of getting scammed. If anything, I'm gonna be scamming niggas out here. I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yep.
But I don't know if there are actually like auction houses or anything like that where you could probably put up a bunch of items and stuff, and then I guess cross server somebody could just like look through the auction house and find an item that they want, you know?
As of now, no.
Oh, okay. All right, no problem.
Oh yeah, I have another question.
Yeah.
You know how in Rogue that you had to like switch servers to find like certain items or mobs that you wanted to fight? Will that still be a thing present in Deepwoken or no?
Top servers to find mobs you want to find? What is that?
Yeah, like let's say you killed all the Z shrooms in one place and you have to like server hop to see if they spawn in another since you can't climb out.
Oh, so like you join a server to like see if the mobs are there again. Oh
yeah.
Sort of thing will be necessary.
I think it will be unnecessary. Yeah, you can stay in the same server.
Yeah.
Solar had asked if it's possible to recreate Rogue moves.
I mean, I guess.
Kinda.
I got a question. Is there like more than one world in Deepwoken? Like, is there like purgatory or something like that?
No comment on that one for now. More than one world.
I mean, I feel like that was confirmed though. Like there were.
He did it in the Google Direct, not the Google Direct, but
that's what you mean.
Google Doc.
Okay.
Like there's multiple worlds. Yeah.
I got another question. All right, so like when you die, when you like wipe in Deepwoken, do you get to keep like a weapon or something, like a skill or something? I don't know.
2 things down. Yep. Whenever you
Okay,
do
that
it.
makes sense then. That's all for me. I don't have any more questions. Bye.
Peace.
See ya.
Yeah, I got a question actually. This is, I guess, about like the NPC variety. Like, I know that there's like a bunch of different monsters and everything, but about the basic NPCs, like how much of a variety is there? You know, are they relatively the same kind of, or like in terms of their attack patterns and things like that?
There'll be a variety of enemies. Yeah.
Yeah, they look different too.
Le fiche au chocolat.
Just making sure. And are there like, do the basic enemies really drop anything like of use? Like, is there any reason why I would like have to kill a guard other than like, I guess, getting into like a building or something? Like, could I grind a bunch of just NPC guards at this one place and progress that way?
When you get a higher enough power level, those guards don't really mean much anymore.
Oh, okay. All right then.
Any more questions?
I have a question about weapons.
Yeah.
Is there just like I've seen a sword, a sword. I've also seen like a scabbard and a katana. Are those just reskins of the same, base weapon, or do they work differently? Or really, a question that I'm trying to ask is like, is there like possible skins and different ways to make your weapons look? Because we know you can customize your character differently to make them more unique, but what about your weapons?
No comment on that.
All right, that's all I had to ask. Thank you.
Yeah, and I got one more question actually. This is, I don't know if you guys can comment on this, but like, are, I guess, the armor styles locked to like their purpose or whatever? Like, for example, if there's like an armor that makes you faster, or this is just a random example.
Yep.
Is there any way to also change the look of it? So like, if I like the style of one armor, could I change it to something else?
No comment.
No comment.
No problem. Okay.
All right. Well, I'm guessing we're gonna move on to the next one. Thank you for your questions here.
All right, no problem, man. Peace.
So we're gonna grab some new people. Nubs Poppy, Anastasia, Sex010, and Gizmo. All right, welcome to the stage.
What's up? I just like to say I don't really know much about Deepwoken, but I missed you earlier today, Agamatsu, and I miss you a lot, bro.
Yeah, I miss you too, bro.
Yeah, I just wanted to congrats on over 4 mil views. Just wanted to say it voice to voice. Yeah,
appreciate it.
Oh, that's what's up, man.
You pay this man to plug you?
no, we friends IRL. We're friends IRL.
No, man.
Ah, nice.
You have 4 mil. That's what's up, man.
Hey, yeah. Congratulations on that.
Later, I appreciate it.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna head out now. I don't want to take the spotlight from anyone else that actually ask questions. So, yeah.
See you later, Nub. Have a good one.
That's a U.S. friend or Japan friend?
This is in Korea.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that's cool though. I'm gonna be real. I'm lucky as fuck. This is like my 3rd time up here in the past 4 days. But I do have questions. When it comes to interactability of the game, and by that I mean like when it comes to your bow and stuff, how much can you genuinely interact with the?
Some level of understanding come with and then sign out.
Real quick, bro. Before I bring you back up here, you gotta handle that background.
Yeah. Hey, link me whatever you were watching though. Whenever it comes to like the interactability of the game, when it let's say like you're on a boat and stuff, how much of it can you genuinely control? When it comes to like, is it just you get on the wheel and you turn directions, or can you genuinely like put up masts, turn the rudder, stuff like that? Like when it comes to those kind of things.
You saw Ark angle his sails in the direct, so.
Oh,
Yo,
yeah.
what's up? Yeah.
What's up?
How long would it roughly take to progress to something? I know the progression is going to be different, but what's the estimate?
If you're good at the game, you'll like progressing.
I got a question.
Yep.
Currently, like, how many things are there you can do with your guild, like competitive wise? If you guys could just give a number, a rough number.
Wait, he said how many things can you do competitively with your guild? Give a number.
Yeah.
Oh, competitively, huh?
Yeah.
Is it going to be something like Conquest, or is it
That's
going to be
about to say.
different?
That's one of my questions. Is there like a conquest system now? And there like a leaderboard, like a global one, stuff like that?
Yeah.
No comment on that.
I'm about to hear it. No comment. Yeah.
Yeah, no comment on that. But like, if you, because technically in Rogue, like if you're in Gaia, you can go ganking out with your like house, and that's something to do. And like you can participate in house wars, and like like the giant war they did in Gaia, like literally like a week or two ago. Like that's doing stuff with your house. So if you include that type of stuff, then yeah, you can do stuff like that with your guild. But when it comes to that type of stuff, I can't speak on that. Like other like in-game stuff, like ranking.
I was thinking more like in-game mechanic, kind of competitive conquest, stuff like that.
Yeah, I can't speak on that.
I get.
So another thing is about like legendary items and artifacts. Is there one at least like that is like really, really like that'll be more powerful than anything we've seen?
Legendary items or weapons? Is that what you said?
Yes. Yes.
No comment on anything like that.
No comment.
When it comes to like spell creations and things like that, how far can you go into one element, or can you branch out into multiple, a decent amount? Or would it be like a primary element and like a secondary element, and you stop there?
You can branch out to more than one element.
Would it actually? I don't think y'all are allowed to ask this. Allowed to say this one, but would it actually be worth it to go into multiple elements? It's just going to be like you have weak ass spells of every single element.
Raga said, you're probably benefiting more for going into one. I've gone two, and you've seen it in my video. I mean, I guess it just depends on how you use it. I feel like the better players can get away with two.
Also,
because they're better at the game mechanically.
Nano, I saw you using your fist in one of the videos. So can you do fist and gun or fist and some other weapon?
No comment.
Okay, all right.
Is it limited to only a certain amount of magic that you can do, or is it just not recommended to do much?
Not recommended to just do much.
Yeah, because I'm thinking with the whole parry system and stuff like that, if you don't really have like a weapon to parry you and you go fully magic, and you don't have that good of a actual, main attack, it ain't going to end well. But
for Freshies, what would be the first thing you recommend people do when they first start up the game? And keep skipping the things that are like classified until you get to something that you can actually tell us.
To be honest, I really can't speak on that either. If anything, I'll make like a very short video talking about like just things to do.
Keep
and then I'll, like,
getting beat up by a mob until you beat it.
Okay.
Is there like a point like was killing players, or is it just gonna be like to kill players basically?
You said, is there a point to like attack?
They drop items and stuff.
Oh, okay.
You get XP off of it, but they have to be a higher level than you, or they're significantly lower. Then there's no point of killing somebody. You just
Okay, so that's kind of like eliminating guy dwelling. Or
there's no point of doing it. If somebody does that, they're bored.
Yeah, to be honest, you have to be a menace just to farm higher level people for XP.
Any other questions?
Yeah, I have a question about the testing itself. Like, when you guys test, do you guys do it like everybody in different like points of time, or are you guys able to access the game like whenever you want to do whatever you want?
You can just play whenever we want, really.
I mean, yeah, you can see me on the game all the time by just looking at my Roblox status. You see me on the game all the time.
I was playing the game a lot too. Yeah.
Okay.
Agamatsu's on the game all the time. So,
is there going to be a content restriction, or is they going to do the same thing at the beginning of Rogue, where if something is found like way too early or leaked by hackers, they're going to like move the location? Because I know there's some YouTubers that are gonna like try and get the views, and the moment they find something somewhat interesting, they're gonna clickbait the fuck out of it.
if it's from a YouTuber that isn't a tester, I don't think they'll do much.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a restriction on like testers on what they can instantly post about, because I don't think I can just post like all your clips from before it was fully released.
I'm planning on doing something like that, but like 3 months after the game opens. It's just something nostalgic to make as a video, and you can see, oh my god, wow, this changed from then. This, this stayed the same maybe. But I mean, yeah, I don't think things will be moved. Hopefully.
Yeah. Personal opinion: who is the best person at the game right now?
Best person.
Like the most skillful, like the person that has
most skilled. I have some people say Nano.
Nano.
Are you still an Oni with a tank top?
Yes, I'm wearing a tank top right now. I think I won't say much about me, but Rag's pretty good.
Okay. Good at his own game. For once,
I think
is his spec like? Does he even have like a overpowered?
No, he can. I think he can beat your ass with just. He can set his sword to 1 damage right now and beat you.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, so that's why I am excited for paid access, because it's something where it's like Rag and Rogue barely only hopped on, messed around with the specs. Rag and Deepwoken has more incentive to play because he actually likes Deepwoken combat. So I'm really excited for paid access.
Fucking boss rating some Freshies.
That's really good. Yeah, that's really good.
Is there any like where that you like? Do you know how much it's gonna cost?
It's 450 or 400. It's 400 or 450.
400 Robux. Yeah.
Okay.
Any other questions?
When it comes to like combat, how fast is it gonna be in a one-on-one situation where people are gonna start finding infinite combos and shit like that? And how fast will those get patched?
As long as pairing's in the game, there's no infinite combos.
Yeah.
There won't be anything true. And if there is somebody,
also, you might want to check general chat.
Yeah, I just saw that. Yeah. As long as pairing is in the game, we are fine. And if there is any, let's say, a spell that leads into a true combo, it will get patched. So far, there's only been like 1 spell that I know of, but that's no longer in the game. Or the mechanic of it leading into a true combo is no longer in the game, so you're fine.
Yeah, because there's some Naruto games and stuff like that have substitutions, but there's certain moves that can get around that. And when it comes to multiple people against one person, what is the chance of getting like stun infinite comboed? Because I know you can parry one, but
when you get parried, you'll have a bit of iframes afterwards. So it's like if you parry somebody, the person behind you, or if you're getting 2v1, somebody hits you from the front, you parry him. The person from the back can't just hit you because you have a bit of iframes. After you land a parry.
Oh, okay, good. So it kind of prevents the whole 3 actions against an ultra just punching them in a circle.
Mm-hmm.
That's
just funny to see, but yeah, sad to go.
I mean, it's like there's still a chance of like
you can still loop somebody around. If you don't, if you can't freaking parry, it's not my fault. At the end of the day, that comes down to just the skill gap of the game. You can't land a parry. Oh well, you're gonna get freaking, I guess, quote unquote, infinite comboed.
Is parrying gonna be ping based, or because I've seen a lot of games where it's like if your ping is above 150, it's physically impossible to hit those kind of perfect blocks and parries.
You can still land parries at. If you're like 500 ping, no, but you can still. I've seen EUs still play the game, hit parries. They're solid. Okay, obviously, being on better ping will help you parry better, but you should be fine. Yeah, you'll still be fine at like 200 ping and below.
Okay, that's good to hear. And when it comes to metas, do you think it's more like a one reign supreme, or it's gonna be more like a Pokemon thing where this kind of build counters this kind of build, and this kind of build counters this kind of build?
I can tell you right now that I think every element is strong. So I can give an example like fire is super strong, but I think I will beat more people up with wind. And that's just because I use wind better. Mechanically, I use wind better, but that doesn't mean that fire is weak or anything like that. So I guess it just depends on how the people use it, you know.
Do you think it's gonna be like how everyone goes dagger classes, or is it gonna be more diverse?
Definitely more diverse.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Okay.
But yeah, there won't be no set meta. Hopefully, if there is, it's not going to be some type of thing where it's like it's meta because it's popular. It won't be meta because it's like unkillable by any means or anything like that.
We're not gonna have no Morvid Ubernecros here.
Like you can, we can say lightning will be meta on release, but that's just because everybody's going in. I mean, that's the definition of meta, but it's not like lightning will be borderline broken or anything.
Yeah, because like in Rogue, meta is just that it's broken. But like the way you're saying it, it sounds like meta is just gonna be because it's cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
wait, can I say the final thing?
Go ahead.
Okay, Agamatsu Nano. Can I make y'all a bet? And it's like an honest one. Okay.
Okay.
To how many? Like you have to say an amount of days, and whoever's closest wins. To who out of anybody that someone gets popular. I see a Deepwoken montage, and I see no more heroes in that bitch. I hear the song with Deepwoken on it.
Uh-huh.
How many days do you think it's gonna take before that? That's my last question.
Could be like
I don't know. So some Roy Haru fanboy might just make some No More Heroes Deepwoken montage.
That's what I'm thinking. It's gonna be just some really crappy going against some high ping dude and
Yeah,
just looping him.
Alright, how can you do full melee builds?
3.
That's possible.
Yeah, full melee builds.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Not much of a magic guy. I don't want to spell slink.
Well, I mean,
it's kind of like not the point of the game is kind of like.
I was about to say that too. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm
I would
playing Grand Theft Auto, but I want to stop at red lights.
Oh yeah. That's
And it's like I'm playing Deepwoken, man. Let me have fun with the magic, you know. But I mean, no magic still works if you want to do that, so it's fine.
You can do it. It's gonna be a lot harder for you, but like it'll work.
Hey,
You know?
that difficulty. If you get really good with something like that, I feel like you'll get recognition for it. Just like
That's cool. Yeah.
Just like Andeal with his on Rogue Lineage, where he was only a construct freshie with a sword and he killed people. Actually,
That boy
with
went
it.
stupid. I still watch
Yeah.
those videos. Those are some
Yeah,
really
me too.
cool rogue videos. I like that.
Yeah, like something like that. Like a
Any last questions? I forgot I gotta go after this last question. So
Yeah, but people are gonna get recognition for certain builds and stuff. How like you have Meep that's like a non-vamp, faceless, Kev which is like an Uber Abyss. That's you're gonna have those kind of names to the builds. And since there's a lot more builds, I think there's gonna be a lot more names.
Wait, were you in Eterna? I haven't heard Cav's name in so long.
Nah.
last question
saw that new video.
before I go.
Yeah.
Any last questions?
You good?
Yeah, you're good. Question.
SSJ God want anything?
No.
I'm good. Sorry talking to them.
Yeah, his name is
Cool talking
SSJ
to you
God. Yeah. Alchemy. I don't freaking know. No comment.
No comment. Yeah. No comment.
Okay. I have a last question. Is there still a lot you do not know about the game? Like, are there still things you're trying to find out as a tester? Or do they just tell you?
So I'm trying to find out broken shit so I can report and get a nerf. I'm trying to find out bugs every day. If that's what you want. Yeah. That's my job as a
Like, they
tester.
don't straight up tell you information about the game. You kind of have to like play, like figure out like just like a normal player.
Oh yeah. If you're asking about that, yeah, you
pretty sure Practera found that.
But you made this one video about Uber Druid, and we got into a debate about it because I was like, well, the good skilled players don't care about the nerf and stuff like that.
Oh, dude,
That's
yeah.
where I remember you
Totally,
from.
bro.
Oh, I'm gonna go now, y'all.
Bye.
Yeah, no,
Dude.
totally, bro.
Nice talking to you. Yeah, question for you then, Dasher Naga. Do you think information is going to hold like a monetary value, considering how badly people are going to try and become the best as fast as they can? You think knowing the name of knowing the area or the name of certain NPCs?
I mean,
like on YouTube.
information is everything. If you know something,
selling to like guilds, like if some solo player comes across something and they say, "I'll show you how to get fire on your sword," but like you got to give me all this in game.
Possibility, I suppose.
information is everything, though. So I can see that.
Again, there's still stuff. Even us testers are trying. Me and Nano, as he said, we're trying to figure out this one thing. And
Yeah, because they're not gonna tell the testers stuff. So
Yeah, I'm just talking about between like player and player, not as much
Yeah.
tester. Because I'm hoping. I mean, from the thing that happened yesterday with the whole dude coming in acting like he knows everything, and then him saying his friend showed him shit. I'm hoping all the testers don't leak everything they realized instantly.
Wait.
Yeah, they probably won't.
That
happened? When the game comes out?
Yeah, because here's the thing. There was this dude that came in a while back and that argued with Aga. I think it's in a video he posted.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, that dude came in and apparently he had a friend that
I'm saying
streamed
though,
shit.
stuff like that is like you can't avoid that. Of course, there's gonna be people excited to be able to finally play the game, and then they're gonna show their friends it, like their closest friends, of course. So you can't really prevent stuff like that for any type of game testing.
Yeah, I'm just talking
That's how
about like,
leaks happen. Leaks are inevitable.
some
Is
people
there-
aren't going.
Is there gonna be like some sort of? Is there gonna be a resource system like depending on how the death system works and stuff?
Sorry, say that again. Apologies.
Is there gonna be a resource system?
Yeah, I didn't even know comment moment, but I think we can say though there are things you can do to do stuff like that.
I have a question. Well, I have a question for you. Like, do you mean like in regards to other players or like to NPCs and stuff?
In regards to you and your own personal wealth, like literally how much physical cash is on your character because of the services you do. Like how good can you
Yeah, but
find
would you do services to like NPCs or players?
both?
Players. Like a rogue head?
Like the character slot one, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm gonna like leave so that someone else can take this spot.
Yep. All right, time for some new people.
Peace. Hey, stop talking about ssjdasher and nano.
Thank you.
I don't have a YouTube channel. I appreciate the shout out though. I appreciate you.
Sub to my boy ssjdasher, bruh. On the grind.
We're only find like one like crappy stream on there. I don't even bother.
All right.
No comment. I'll let you figure that out.
All right, I have a question. My question is there fist combat, like actual fist progression, like there was Monk and there was Oni? In this game, what would you have? Or
No comment.
Can you kind of hint towards like if there is a fist combat, or is it just weapons?
I mean, did you not see Nana's video of him using the fist?
Yeah, in his video, he just fist.
Well, I've seen a few videos of like some fist gauntlet. Know if there's actual like physical skills, or if you can.
No comment on that.
All right.
Sorry.
All right. All right. So you know there's like conquest and like K. You either gonna like add something like that to the realm of Deepwoken. Like basically like little fun game modes. Oh,
no
okay.
comment. And yeah, actually, that's it. No comment.
All right. I'm
personally, IMO, I can understand those guys in there. They're hyped for the game. To be honest, if I was them, unless I was a YouTuber, I would not really worried about waiting for Deepwoken or getting as much info as I can. Personally, I just found it a lot more enjoyable once I like figured all this shit out by myself. I know that once they release all this shit, like new players are just gonna look there, which I think is really like fucked. But I mean, it is what it is, It's just almost irreversible. Like it's gonna be like that, So.
I mean, before I was a tester, I like looking into like the leaks and stuff, like seeing what was there. That was cool.
I think the leaks and shit are like what they're doing there is alright, but like once they start just basically dropping how everything works, I think IMO game. And it's not that the game quality is going to go down, but it's just going to be like if you're a new player, the quality of the experience, if you look in there first versus actually playing the game yourself, will go down drastically.
All right, I have another question. I'm not sure if this was asked yet. I kind of joined the debate midway, but how do you imagine guild versus guild combat is going to be like? Like, will there be a fight that will impact the guild so much that they might like lose some money or like take actual damage, or will it just be like
actually potentially so? Yeah, there can be battles that, depending on the situation you're in, if you were to lose, right? Let's just say like everybody just got voted and got guild. That could actually heavily damage the guild depending on how many members or what type of members were impacted.
Oh, so I remember in Rogue there would be constant like battles, but in fights like there, you would just lose an Uber. That doesn't really set the house back. You can always just bounce right back. I'm wondering if you can actually like if you focus, destroy a guild.
Depends on the size. Depends on also how many players are like actually well equipped. The thing is, even if you do destroy a guild, in my opinion, if those are good players, it won't take them that long to bounce back. You won't need to boost somebody to bounce back. They'll bounce back by themselves if they're good players, and they'll know how to bounce back, right? They will be taking momentarily hits if you do a lot of damage to them, but like I don't know, for most part, it'll probably just be inconvenience, especially because of the fact that like since there'll be so many people playing the game, right?
Yeah,
I'm probably not going to really encounter them ever again, and if so, maybe like one more time. It's just going to be kind of rare to encounter a lot like the same people again, unless you just happen to manage to join.
So it's going to be really spread out. You're not going to have multiple encounters with the same guild that often.
I don't think you will. No.
Yeah. All right.
There's going to be a lot of different battles or something like that.
Like if you want to set something up like that, then maybe sure. Like, yeah, maybe sure. But other than that, I don't really think it's going to be a big deal.
Right.
Like, there are definitely some ways to cause damage, though. But next question.
Goku. Base Goku, Cell
How about
Saga.
the guy character?
I mean, Agamatsu. So I have a question about like races and stuff. So you, I think somebody said that races won't heavily like impact builds, but like what's your like personal opinion on that?
I agree. I could switch out my race with anything and nothing would change. Like literally nothing.
Or like if you switch to any other race in the game, your build will
Literally any other
remain as
race,
good as
nothing
it
would
was.
change. Next question.
Okay, I have another question. The factions, because I know factions are very different from guilds. Factions are kind of like NPC guilds, but on a wider scale, and they have like relations, all that. Can you actually join a faction?
Yeah.
Or factions like, can players be a part of a faction? Is what I'm asking.
No comment.
All right, that's fair.
Next question, or is that all the questions?
I'm good for now. Thank you.
Alrighty, let's get our new batch in here.
All right.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Alrighty then, we don't actually have that many people left. After these next 4 people, that'll be all for today. Tide, Ube, Nameless, Default. After that, we'll be done for today.
Alright, before we start, I would just like to say Ari dubs, and a very important thing about Deepwoken is no comment.
Alright. Next questions.
How would slower weapons?
How will slower weapons what?
You were on mute mid sentence.
Yeah.
That's weird. Give me a second.
Oh, okay. It appears some people are asking me questions so that I can ask you questions. Is that fine, Agamatsu?
Go ahead, ask your question.
All right. So in terms of like how our Roblox character goes into the game, so you know how certain Roblox hairs have like accessories on them, like horns. I don't know if you can tell us, but does it change the entire hair or just the hair part? Because you know how in Rogue, like an Ashen would have like goggles on their hair accessory, but it would be like red.
Oh. Find out in game. Yeah.
Find out in game. Right back.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so I'm back. So my old question was, how would the slower weapons be balanced? Because they're going to be easier to parry. So, how is that going to be balanced?
You get more whenever you hit somebody with them. You do more damage.
All right, so another question is, how much is Deepwoken currently done, like in terms of percent?
Again,
Already.
I have to no comment, not only because I don't think I'm allowed to say, but I simply just don't know.
Alright.
We don't really know what the full game's looking like, if that's what you're asking.
All right, I got a question, man. Do you have any, like, I guess, story or anything like that, or moment that you had in Deepwoken where you could use the environment, to help you win a battle, other than, I guess, an NPC? But I want to know if you like maybe used the
Not
fires.
NPCs, but actually the environment itself.
Yeah.
Right. I think one time, like way back then, there was like this island with like tall, like mountains, kind of, right? And I think there's like a player chasing me because I was like, so I was just fucking fighting random people. Tried to run away, and then I used I got on like I was climbing up the mountain and I used a glider to glide away. Technically, that counts because environment, high mountainous region. I don't know. You like, do you like? Would you mean like I use fire to like break down a tree and the tree falls on somebody and that's how I win or something like that? Like, what do you mean by? If that's what you mean by environment, then like, I don't know if I have a store like that.
Does Deepwoken have hammers?
See, but yeah, I meant like I know we only really got to see, I guess, fire burning down the tree or whatever. I mean, I don't really expect the game to have like crazy environmental changes. I just wanted to make sure like if it was like possible, if I guess there's trees in the way, I can like if I burn down a few trees, would that have any effect on the battle? Like would it really obstruct like I guess a fight if there was like I guess some trees on fire or anything like that?
Say that one more time.
Would like if a tree's on fire or like a forest is on fire, would that really affect the battle as much? Like, do you take a lot of damage? I guess from touching them or anything like that.
No comment. There we go. Yeah.
Any other stories you could hit us up with? Cool moments, anything like that?
Any other cool moments? Other than that, I think that's all I really got, to be honest, because I can't really say much.
Hey, understood, man. No problem.
All the questions?
Yeah, I don't think I have any more. But I think there's like about the anti cheat. Have you guys like pen tested it or anything like that, or do you think they like brought in any exploiters to like maybe make some scripts or something like that to actually test their anti cheat?
We haven't personally tested the anti-cheat.
Oh, okay. No problem.
Trust me. Yeah. But I mean, I'm sure that they've done something, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, all good.
Do hammers exist in Deepwoken?
That's a no comment.
A person's asking how hard is it to run away from a fight? I think you already answered that.
Yeah.
Wait, say that again?
Earlier.
Somebody asked how hard is it to run away from a fight?
Again, I think I already answered that. It just depends on the environment, depends on the situation, depends on the opponents, depends on how many there are, depends on how good you are, etc., etc., etc. Lots of. It's like that's like saying, "Yo, how hard is it to run away from a fight in Rogue? Well, am I a deep knight? Do I have etc."
Different factors. Yeah, I think that's it though.
Wait, I have a question. All right, what is one thing that you want to see in Deepwoken that you haven't seen already, like added in like a content update?
Because like if we said that, like it would confirm that's not in the game, So I don't know if we can speak on that.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's fair.
Are any other questions?
Yeah, one more question. So do abilities or would your like abilities affect a ship battle? Like if you're, I guess, like would you usually use your abilities or are there like cannons or something that you would attach to your ship when fighting another enemy ship? If that makes sense. Oh, okay, no problem.
Wait, no, that was.
Oh, that was you. Oh, shit. No.
I mean, yeah, just figure it out, I guess. Yeah.
Okay, bet I'll figure it out. Okay, guess we're done here then, huh?
Yep.
So.
I'm moving out to the audience. Peace. Alrighty. As for today, thank you, audience, for listening to. This has been going on for like 3 or 2 hours, and I should have made a video instead, but whatever, clearing up that misinformation. Shout out the boy Nano. Shout out Conrec for those two pulling up. Other than that, did I really have anything else to say about Deepwoken? Yeah, dude, Deepwoken about to be actually super pog, dude. Rag just put one of my suggestions in, dude, so I'm hella excited. Should actually improve Deepwoken by like 30% IMO. And should make the game like 5 times harder. Just kidding. Kind of. Right? You know what I'm saying, Deontay?
The recent. No, I'm not gonna. I'm not saying anything stupid. I'm just. Yeah.
The recent polishing, yes. Actually, what the game needed though, but anyway, other than that, yeah. For the main questions, Big Hoss and Deepwoken, no comment. Sex and Deepwoken, no comment.
Maybe,
perhaps, plausible, possible.
Indeed.
You just have to wait to get in the game and see. You can quote that, clip that, whatever. Put in Deepwoken info. Anyway, I'll be seeing you guys later. Anybody else notable?